the sun begins to set here across the rolling hills of the Appalachian Mountains in eastern Kentucky, it also begins to rise on what is another high school football season across this great Commonwealth. Good evening from Johnson County, Walter Brew Complex, Paintsville High School, home of the Tigers 2020 Class A state champions, for week 0 of the 2025 high school football season, where Paintsville plays host to Floyd Central. Josh McKinney on hand this evening, along with Byron Hall and Josh Peach Page on camera high above the press box here at the Paintsville football complex. And Byron, it seems just like yesterday that we were following the Prestonsburg Black Cats on that magical postseason run under first-year head coach Wesley Hager. And here we are, week 0. Floyd Central fans, a little excitement, a little optimism after a coaching change in the offseason as Trevor Hoskins takes the reins of the Jaguar football program.
Yeah, I think you've seen a lot of optimism come around when Coach Hoskins came in. I know immediately the students at the school, especially the boys or the athletes in the school, got a little more excited, got a little juice in them. You started seeing some faces maybe you didn't see before, and you know, whether or not they stuck with it or not, but I do think you had a good turnout from the middle school season to start, and that's kind of where you want to start building a program. And, you know, Coach Hoskins got plenty of work to do in front of him.
And on the other side of the coin, Paintsville also under the direction of a first-year head coach, and Brian Melvin. We'll talk about the Tigers and Jaguars in depth as we get you ready for kickoff. A little less than about 30 minutes away. It's officially a 7:35 tip-off tonight, or kickoff tonight. Still in basketball mode for the TV audience. High school football all season long, brought to you, presented by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Also brought to you by Mountain Arts Center, Elliott Heating and Cooling, Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Parkview Pharmacy, Circuit Court Clerk Douglas Ray Hall, Howard Family Pharmacy, Martin Dentistry, McDowell Professional Pharmacy, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent John Greer Hunt, Hesterberg Law Firm, Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics, Stonecrest Top Tracer Golf, Cray Solid Rock Development, and Vanover Hall, Bartley and Ward, attorneys at law. We will take a 2-minute break and come back and talk about the Floyd Central Jaguars and their first-year head coach, Trevor Hoskins. Back in 2 minutes. You're listening to High School Football on FM 100 Sports.
Are you good at math? Well, good news. You don't have to be. We've made saving big at Appalachian Wireless as easy as your 1, 2, 3s and ABCs, because we know that sending your kiddo back to school can be expensive. So come in today and meet one of our local sales teams where they'll tell you more about our back-to-school promotions, where we've got deals for everyone in the family. Hurry in. Offer ends August 31st. So visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or visit one of your favorite Appalachian Wireless retail locations, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Knock the dust off some 90s country with David Lee Murphy. One of Nashville's most celebrated songwriters, David Lee Murphy. Friday, September 26th, Mountain Arts Center, Prestonsburg. Tickets on sale now at MacArts.com or by calling the People's Bank Box Office at 1-888-MAC-ARTS. For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Edie Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust. Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Jonna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Live and local, there's only one, WMDJ.
Welcome back live to Paintsville, Kentucky, side of our Week 0 matchup between the host Tigers and the Floyd Central Jaguars. Time now for your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, pharmacists Wes Howard, Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and Jonna Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you have about your medications. You will always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. Again, Josh McKinney, Byron Hall, Josh Peach Page on hand for you this evening to bring you this matchup. Big matchup going on just down the road, Byron, in Prestonsburg. The Black Cats of Peaburg and the Betsy Lane Bobcats doing battle. We'll keep our eyes on that matchup.
We're definitely scoreboard watching that
throughout
one.
the evening. A lot of tension this week amongst the players at school between Prestonsburg and Betsy Lane. But
well, you think back to last year, 2 matchups, and you think of how heated that game gets. You talk about an old rivalry. Yeah, I don't think it gets much steeper than that.
No.
At least in Floyd County.
No.
Down here, you might find one here and there, but that's a pretty good one.
We will definitely be scoreboard watching the Black Cats and Bobcats. But here an intriguing matchup as well. We've got Floyd Central and Paintsville. They've started the year with this matchup the last couple of years. Paintsville, a 2-1 record over Floyd Central. The Jaguars, of course, making its first football coaching change over the offseason. Sean Hager resigned. He's now helping his kid Wes at Prestonsburg. Trevor Hoskins coming over to the south end of Floyd County. A Middlesboro native, spent 4 years here at Paintsville, and he's not from Paintsville. He didn't grow up playing for the Tigers or playing Pop Warner here in the community. But it's kind of a homecoming of sorts because he did kind of cut his teeth in the head coaching ranks here with the Tiger program, where he was 22-26 and 4 years at the helm from 2021 up until last year.
Well, that not to mention he had, 5 playoff wins as well?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like he was didn't have success, I guess you would say. Hoskins, he comes in, like you said, didn't grow up here, but, from what I have seen from him, he comes in and makes it a family situation amongst the team, amongst the players, the coaching staff. And so, they got to be some of that feeling around as well.
And if you are offensive-minded like a lot of football fans are, no one likes the low-scoring defensive battles that Jeremy talks about all the time. Hoskins is a guy that you would probably be a fan of. He was a wide receiver early in his prep career, turned quarterback, was an all-state accolade at Middlesboro High School, originally played at Eastern Kentucky University before coming back to UPike his last couple of years of college eligibility. And this is an offense, if we're being honest, that is going to have to try to figure things out on the fly. You've got a quarterback in Keetron Mays who's expected to be the QB1. Elijah Little may see some snaps tonight. But Mays has all the returning passing yards from last season, 282. That's 25% of the passing output. You've got some offensive linemen to replace, but he has a lot of receiver experience to kind of help him out in the process with guys like Wesley Buck, Damian Cotton. We mentioned Little. He's a tight end, also going to play some quarterback. So I'm excited to see what Mays can do. We saw him in some spot action last year. It was late in games when might have been out of reach. But I think the season may kind of hinder on what that young sophomore can do at that quarterback position, at least offensively.
Well, early on, you say that, and just, maybe not to give everything away, but that offensive line is going to have to protect him a little bit when he goes back to throw, because I think this is going to be the most passes in a season that we'll see from a Floyd Central team. And
they've had – offense has not been the issue the last couple of years.
No.
They've had playmakers. They've made some big plays. You lose guys like Colt Shelton, Jason Martin at the skill position, Brody Buck, B.J. Peterson, Marvin McDonald a couple of years ago. And you lose some guys on the offensive line up front that have been staples. And you've got some guys with some experience up there leading the way for your backs and quarterback. But maybe some roles expanding this season up front. And we'll see how that goes. But defensively has really been the issue the last couple of years. Last year, they allowed more than 5,000 total yards, more than 459 yards a game, 522 points, an average of 47.5 points per game. Those are all program highs on the defensive side of the ball. So we can talk to her blue in the face about the offense, having to replace the quarterback, some running backs. But defensively, if those numbers repeat themselves, it's going to be a tough hill to climb for Hoskins and this team in year one.
Well, you said it, 45-plus points a game given up. That's hard to win. I don't care how many points you're scoring. If you're giving up that many a game, you're going to have an off night here and there. And you can't just depend on the offense to win a shootout every night. That defense is going to have to step up and make some plays.
Hoskins did tell me earlier this week that at least at this point, the team is further along than where he thought they would be. So that's encouraging if you're a Jaguar football fan, that, you know, there's always the hesitation and the anxious optimism when you have a coaching change. But he said, listen, at this point in the year, in preseason, that we're further along than I thought we would be, which is a good thing. He is concerned, however, and this is completely understandable, the first time tonight the ball does not bounce their way, what are they going to do? Yeah. This is a team that was 0-11 last year. They saw a lot of things go against them. The first time the ball bounces the opposite direction, I can see high school kids just being really quick to just be like, here we go again. And that's his biggest concern.
Well, that is the concern of every coach in every sport, from as small as you want to start them till you get to the professional ranks, is how do you bounce back and how do you deal with adversity, and the way when something don't go your way, are you going to sit there and pout about it, or are you going to do something about it and try to make up for it?
He did say, however, along those lines, that he really is stressing to his team, his one message all preseason, all offseason has been, listen, we cannot get hung up on the results. Wins and losses are what everybody focuses on. That's going to be the big talking point as this year plays out. But his biggest message is you cannot get hung up on the wins and losses. There is a plan in place to get this program righted or turned around and the ship corrected. Trust in the process and see those incremental gains from week to week. And if you do that, I promise those results will come.
Well, I think, it's something we talk about every year is these first 4 or 5 games, what do they really mean in the grand scheme of everything? It's those last 4 or 5 games that you want to start playing good football when district play comes around and you're fighting for seeding and placement in the playoffs.
It's your Howard Family Pharmacy countdown to kickoff. It's the Paintsville Tigers' turn in the spotlight when we come back in 2 minutes. It's high school football on FM 100 Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injuries. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward. Injuries are not only a part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wrecks, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case and ensure your future. Find us at bhbw.com. Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward, next to Tudors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Back-to-school season is here, and Parkview Pharmacy is ready to help you and your family start the year healthy and strong. I'm pharmacist Valerie Akers. From keeping their little hands clean with our top-of-the-line hand sanitizers to vitamins that boost immune systems and improve energy and focus, tips from improving mental wellness or products to keep colds away. Our friendly staff is here for you every step of the way. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy today because healthy kids make for a happy classroom. Parkview Pharmacy, a dose of care in every prescription.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
Is your unit down? Not working like it should? Don't put off repairs to your HVAC system. Call the professionals at Elliott Heating and Cooling. 606-437-7368. One call and your windows are gone. Elliott Heating and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train. Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development, dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship. Solid
term goal. Second thing is you got to get your emotions. This is going to be a highly emotional game, and not just for Floyd Central, but for Paintsville as well, because if you're Paintsville, you don't want to come in and lose to your former coach on the first game of the season. And for Floyd Central, you're going to come in juices flowing and ready, overexcited maybe to come back in and get a win for your head coach where he used to be at as well. So got to get those emotions under check early in the game and get on track. And, you know, I think Keeter Mays is going to have a good game here. The young quarterback stepping up and distributing the ball. I think he's going to be asked to pass the ball a little bit. Just take care of the basketball, make good throws, and run this offense the way it needs to run.
Captains are at midfield awaiting the coin toss, and we will get the results of that coin toss here in just a moment. You've been listening and watching the pregame countdown to kickoff show, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. Pharmacists Wes Howard and Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and John Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you have about your medications. You'll always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy, 358-4800 or 949-4800. Paintsville has won the toss. It looks like the Tigers and first-year head coach Brian Melvin. Floyd Central has won the toss, and the Jaguars and their first-year head coach Trevor Hoskins, they want the football. And so the Jaguars will put their offense out on the field first against this Tiger defense. And we are less than 2 minutes away from kicking off this 2025 high school football season. Josh McKinney, Byron Hall, Josh Peach Page on hand to bring you tonight's action. It's football season. The Reds are in the middle of a playoff chase.
Playoffs?
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 Half a game back of a wild card spot with 34 games to play.
What's the playoffs?
But that has to be put on hold just for a couple hours tonight. We will join the Reds later this evening.
In progress.
Fortunately, they are on the West Coast, so it's a late start time anyway.
It got bumped up, though. TV game, I think, tonight.
Oh.
8:40 start time.
Okay, it will be in progress then. But it is August the 22nd, and we're talking about potential playoffs for Cincinnati.
I can't remember being this invested in the Reds and the playoff race in maybe 13 years or something now.
Well, at least 2. They were in it till the end a couple years ago.
And they had a major meltdown.
Listen, I'll be there next Sunday. We didn't get much of a summer vacation because we were heavily invested in 7U All-Stars, which I would not trade for the world. But the boys love, Cash and Carter absolutely love Cincinnati. And so we're going to head up next weekend. Wes, I'm sorry. I told you we're going to miss our tournament in Stanton, but it's all right. Listen, the Thunder will be all right without Cash for a weekend. Wes Krager's done a great job putting that Thunder team together, and they're fun to watch. I'm getting caught up in the travel stuff.
Enjoy it, because after next year when they start actually throwing to each other, this is fun baseball for you right now.
It is. And Carter starts soccer next week, so
Bryce is excited about that.
We've got every sport pulling me in 50 different directions, but I wouldn't change a second of it. Paintsville out onto the field, running through their tunnel full of students and alumni. Jaguar cheerleaders on their corner of the field waiting for their team to run out of the visitors' locker room. Good road crowd on hand across the way for Floyd Central. We kind of thought there'd be a decent crowd. Of course, it's always a mixture of optimism and nervous energy when you have a coaching change just because of the unknowns and the unexpecteds. But the Jaguars they're excited. And I was talking to someone earlier this week, Landon Hall at school, and he said, "You heard anything about Floyd Central?" "No, not a thing." "You heard anything?" "No." That's one. That could be one of two things. You're trying to hide something. You know, there's not a whole lot of talk. It's business. Get your head down and go forward. Or if you're more on the pessimistic side, not a whole lot to talk about. I think it's the former.
Well, it's just a new coaching staff. They just filling everybody out. They're trying to get everything set and squared away. and there ain't nothing to talk about right now. It's hard to talk about 7-on-7 sometimes and, scrimmages because you're trying to see everybody and try certain things. You'll start hearing talk after this week, though.
Listen, God rest his soul, the late Philip Haywood. Belfry won every 7-on-7 they went to. Attempted 20 passes a year. There's not a whole lot of talking points.
Are you sure they threw it 20 times a year?
No, hey, listen, they destroyed Lexington Catholic in a state championship game attempting one pass. Running clock attempting one pass.
I was going to say, like one pass per game maybe. They suck you in about halfway through the third quarter and run one play action and hit you for an 80-yard bomb.
Paintsville with the ball on the tee. Wes Buck and Damian Cotton deep to return the kickoff for Floyd Central. Paintsville's Carson Montgomery boots it, and it goes down the near sideline, out of bounds. So the Jaguars with good field position to start this opening quarter. And we'll see what first-year head coach Trevor Hoskins does with first-year starting quarterback Keatron Mays. 282 passing yards last year as a freshman in spot duty. Battled some nagging, just uncomfortable injuries, I think, a lot of times last year.
Yeah.
Maybe why we didn't see him a lot more at that quarterback position. But, listen, he's got the physical tools. There's no question about it.
He does. He's a natural athlete. You can just see it by the way he moves when he's out there.
3 wide to the right, Little, Buck for the Jags. Mays in the shotgun formation. Out left is Cotton. Curry in the backfield. Little in motion to the left. Mays turns. Some miscommunication. Gets it to Curry. Mays keeps it on the quarterback keeper option. Gets across the line of scrimmage just shy of the 40 down to the 39-yard line for pickup of 4 on what was a busted play in the backfield.
As Paintsville was in the backfield and swallowed Curry up in a hurry there.
Mays turned to his left. Curry went to his right. Nice heads-up play by the sophomore quarterback, Keatron Mays.
You know what we got to say, I'm going to give a solid A, both sides to the unis here tonight.
Absolutely.
Floyd Central donning the new white helmets.
White. Shotgun formation. Splits wide to the right and left for Mays. Turns to the left, gives it off to Curry. Hit in the backfield for a loss by Paintsville. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 5 on the play on the first handoff for Ethan Curry. And that's back to the 34-yard line of the Jaguars. Sets up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, dead passing situation right here now. As you'll see Paintsville maybe pin their ears back knowing that Floyd Central is going to have to pass, and they're going to come after Mays right here.
Paintsville in a 4-3 setup. Trips wide to the right for Floyd Central. 1 wide to the left. That's Cotton. Mays drops back for his first pass attempt. Lets it fly. Caught. Pulled in at the 40 by, I think, Austin Mead. That's going to be a pickup of 7 down to the Floyd Central 41-yard line.
So that's a generous spot right there. That's a generous spot if I'm being honest here.
Well, he came back on his own. And that is a generous spot. Gives up 4th and 4. And it looks like Floyd Central will set up to punt with Buck.
With Buck back there, you never know. That run is always an option.
Buck puts toe to leather, kicks it out of bounds. Not going to be a very deep punt in terms of net yardage. And Paintsville will take over near the 45-yard line on their side of the field. So 3 and out for the Jags on the first possession. A big loss of 5 on the handoff to Curry on 2nd down and short. Really put them in a tough spot on 3rd and long. And now to be quarterback Parker Helton. 12-yard punt unofficially.
Total eyeball guess.
We don't have the automated calculator software that we've had the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've also messed it up over here on my lone job.
Parker Helton under center, shotgun for the Tigers. Turns, gives it off to rumbling fullback. That's Brody Howell. Pounds his way into Floyd Central territory down to the 33-yard line. Howell, the Paintsville Tiger leading returning rusher. 21-yard pickup for Howell on first down. Tigers quickly in formation. Shotgun snap to Helton, and a short gain pickup of 3, as on the carry that was Howell once again.
That defensive line is going to have to start pushing back against this offensive line of Paintsville and stop letting these holes open up here. That is opening up, especially on that first run.
And official is talking with a coordinator of Paintsville down on the sideline. And I didn't get the motion or the hand signal as to what the issue was.
Stopping the music here for one.
Oh, reset the play clock to 40.
Well, give me a time to let my clock catch up here.
You can set it manually. Just double click right there, then click on set. There you go. We've got some kinks. Head official starts the clock, trips or 2 receivers each way for Helton, turns in the shotgun, gives it back to Howell. So big hole opens up on the right side, lowers the shoulder, and Howell's going to go in. Third play from scrimmage for a Paintsville touchdown, and the Tigers crack the scoreboard first. McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. A big run for Brody Howell.
29 yards.
53 yards on
3 carries.
3 carries for Brody Howell. Paintsville going for 2. And not the most ideal of starts for, Paintsville's going to kick it. It's going to be Carson Montgomery to attempt the extra point.
And then we get the Floyd Central with an offsides.
And we'll see what Coach Melvin decides to do now that he will be a little bit shorter. And Montgomery grabs the tee, and he's going to jog off the field. So the Tigers will indeed go for 2.
Seen Floyd Central do that in the past, line up for a kick and draw an offsides and then go for 2.
2 big runs by Brody Howell, a 21-yard run, a 29-yard touchdown run. And the 21-yard run, just a big hole up the middle. The 29-yarder, maybe some missed assignments on the left side of that defensive front, and just opened up. Lowered a shoulder about 10 yards downfield and punched his way into the end zone. Helton under center, turns, gives it to Howell, and he's across the goal line for the 2-point conversion. 8-0 Tigers on your VHBWlaw.com scoreboard. 8-0 Paintsville, 8:48 to play, first quarter on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Paintsville's Carson Montgomery with the ball on the tee, set to kick off from his own 40 after the Paintsville touchdown. Squib kick up the middle, fielded by Meade at the 38-yard line. Trips and falls over the 40, and Floyd Central will set up at its own 41-yard line. 8-0 Tigers, 8th quarter on the Vanover Hall, Bartley and Ward.com scoreboard. Still early into this 2025 football season. You'll notice a couple new numbers out there for Floyd Central. Byron alluded to the fresh new Jaguars. That also means a couple new numbers. Buck donning the number 4, no longer 25. Bailey Evans, his first appearance in the backfield, but Mays trips to the left for Mays. Cotton wide out ride to the right. And a motion penalty, Floyd Central. No, we're going to have encroachment on Paintsville. A defensive encroachment for the Tigers. That moves the Jaguars up 5 yards to the 46-yard line. And a much more manageable 1st and 5.
Take a free first down.
Absolutely.
Or a free 5 yard on first down.
That's half a first down.
On first down is what I mean.
We mentioned the losses. There is some experience on that Jaguar front. Nick Hall, TJ Jewell. Caleb Watkins has moved to a more linebacker position in the trenches as opposed to up front. We've got Sean Ward. Carson Moore also out there. One wide receiver each way for the Jags. Little lined up off the hip of the tackle, and we're going to have our first time of the evening called by Hoskins and Floyd Central.
Play clock was about to wind up.
This timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacists Valerie Aker, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. So not the ideal start for Floyd Central. You go 3 and out. You do have some positive plays, but really a negative run kind of set that drive back offensively. And then 3 plays and pay dirt for Paintsville on the defensive end. Floyd Central set up a little bit better, but not the start you wanted if you're a Jaguar fan.
Well, I think it comes back to, we mentioned it early there in the pregame. How is this offensive defensive line going to react here? Are they going to get the pushes they need, especially on the offensive side? Are you going to be able to stop these Paintsville defenders getting in the backfield and disrupting run plays and pass plays? And then on the defensive side, can you not allow big chunk plays?
Evans and Curry both in the backfield with Mays, who set up in the shotgun formation. Twins right out to the left, Cotton out wide to the right. Mays takes the handoff, gives it off to Evans in the backfield. Tries to sweep around wide to the left. He's tackled for another loss on a rushing play by that Paintsville defensive front back to the 40. And that's going to be a loss of 6 on the play. So Floyd Central has attempted 3 runs. One was a positive gain of 4 on a broken play. The other 2 have gone for a combined negative 11 yards.
It's almost like you would almost think an open backfield, just Mays in the backfield, as your running option would be the better look right now to kind of give him passing options as well.
2nd and 11 from their own 40-yard line for the Jaguars. Trips to the right, lone receiver wide left as Cotton. Little off to the tackle's hip on the left side. Faked a handoff. Mays setting up deep, throws it deep. He's got Cotton in double coverage, picked off by Anderson Laufer at the 27-yard line. Laufer cutting across back midfield, gets by the defenders, runs into the back of his own teammate across the 50 and down at the 45-yard line, 46-yard line of Floyd Central. And some extracurriculars as 3 flags fly into the air. And a helmet's being flung.
I think they threw Cotton out of the game just now.
Well, that escalated rather quickly. A deep pass attempt by Keatron Mays was picked off by Anderson Laufer, returned approximately 25 yards across midfield to the 46-yard line of Floyd Central. And then 3 flags immediately go flying into the air. Damian Cotton visibly upset as he's walking off towards the Floyd Central sideline, now being talked to by head coach Trevor Hoskins, and the officials are confirming at an underthrown ball on the hashes from Mays to Cotton, and Laufer playing safety is kind of eyeing the eyes of Mays and went back and picked it off.
Well, you see Laufer just hanging back there, free safety style, just taking anything thrown, and it ended up being double coverage there at the end. And what you said, an underthrown ball right there. If you're Mays, you just got to lay it, not necessarily try to be perfect with that ball, but lay it out there and let Cotton use his speed and try to get under it.
Officials are still talking near midfield. Hoskins and Melvin, respectively, both going out, just trying to get some kind of explanation as to what transpired after the play ended. Well, things really got out of hand.
It happened quick.
If you're a Ron Burgundy fan.
As we are.
Luckily, no tridents were involved.
Maybe some hair was messed up.
Hey, listen, Cotton, I don't know. I didn't see what happened, but Cotton was heated. Here's the word from the official. Dead ball, personal foul against Paintsville. Dead ball, personal foul against Floyd Central. Those penalties will offset. Another dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike against Floyd Central. I'm going to guess that was the helmet coming off of Cotton as he was walking towards the sideline. And after all of that, Paintsville will get the ball, should get the ball, 15 yards closer.
Are we going to get another call here?
So offsetting personal foul, dead ball penalties. And then in addition, an unsportsmanlike dead ball penalty assessed to the Jaguars.
The way they pointed and acted, I thought they may have pointed Cotton out. But I am trying to see if he's still on the sideline right now.
So they will mark off the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct assessed to Floyd Central. And that'll take the Paintsville possession all the way down to the Jaguar 31-yard line. And all of 48 seconds have ticked off the game clock. Cotton is on the sideline.
All right, so he's staying in the game for now.
He's hydrating himself on the sideline, just trying to cool his head a little bit. Empty backfield and shotgun for Helton. Trips wide to the left, one wide out, two wide outs to the right. Lawfer in motion left to right. Sets up behind Helton. Helton takes the snap, turns, gives it to Lawfer in the running back position. He is going to get a short gain across the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Officially a pickup of 4 on the play for Anderson Lawfer.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Officially a gain of 3 on the play. I thought the yardage was the 31. Must have been 30.
Could have said 3.5.
We'll say 3.5.
For the sake of accuracy.
Sets up a 2nd and 7 for Paintsville. 2 receivers each way. One comes in motion. That's Lucas Stewart. Handoff goes to Lawfer. Excellent play in the backfield by Ethan Curry. Getting up of no yards on the play. Excellent open field tackle by one Ethan Curry.
You see Curry come through that line almost untouched and hit Lawfer almost immediately as he got the ball.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 from the Floyd Central 27. That play looked like it was developing much like the touchdown run by Howell, but a nice job by Curry. Colton short in motion, play action pass by Helton, throws in the flat, caught on the sideline by Charlie Harris. He's tackled out of bounds. That is going to be a first down pickup for Paintsville. It's going to go down to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 15. Sets up a 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line, excuse me. So it's going to be a gain of 8.
Yeah, just a naked bootleg there. Made the defender commit and left the receiver wide open there in the flat.
2 receivers each way, one in motion that's short. Helton turns, gives it off to Howell, lowers the shoulder, gets it across the 15-yard line. Ball came out, but they're going to rule his knee down just shy of the 10 at the 11. That'll be a big pickup of 6 yards for Brody Howell.
Well, you hear the saying, meet me in the hole. Somebody's going to have to meet Howell in the hole here and stop him from picking up big yardage every time he touches the ball.
And that is a big body to try to bring down as Brody Howell, the returning leading rusher for Paintsville. Clock under 6 minutes to play. 8-0 on the VHBW.com scoreboard. Vanover, Hall, Bartley, and Ward. And Paintsville is going to take a timeout at the 5:25 mark in the first quarter. Up by 8 over Floyd Central, 8-0. 2 possessions for the Jaguars, a 3-and-out, an interception, a couple of penalties, and the Tigers set up 2nd and 4 just outside the goal-to-go mark of the 10 at the 11. And it's really been, they've gotten some other guys involved, Charlie Harris, Anderson Lawford, but right now so far, Byron, it's been the Brody Howell show. 59 yards on 4 carries, including a 29-yard scamper for a score.
Well, he's one of those backs you like to see. You know, as soon as you hand the ball and put it in his gut, he is at full speed going downhill, and he's not stopping for nobody. And you are going to have to stop him, because if you just try to get an arm tackle on him, he's running through it very easily.
And it's one of the more impressive things about Paintsville. Obviously a small school, the enrollment numbers aren't very big. But, I mean, look at their line. Their line, that rivals a Belfry or a Corbin in terms of just physical size.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that front 5 right there. They're tall and lean.
Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right for Helton. Drops back in an empty backfield, lets it fly towards the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone by Brody Buck. The pass from Helton was way underthrown, intended for Lawfer. Lawfer cut out to the back corner of the end zone. The ball was about 10 yards short towards the middle. Buck, an easy interception, forcing the turnover and getting the ball back for the Floyd Central offense. What a play by Wesley Buck.
Let's give Ethan Curry for some credit, getting in the backfield and rushing the pass there, making Paintsville rush the pass. Left it way underthrown and way short, or off center of where his intended receiver was. As you look in the end zone, he got it. He intercepted it close to the tee, and the receiver's over there in the back corner.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Give a lot of credit to Ethan Curry for causing Helton to throw that ball off his back foot. Jaguars set up at their own Mays. The lone receiver out wide left is Buck. Mays gives it to Evans. Gets shoved in the back by his own teammate for a couple extra yards. It's going to be a pickup of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
I think this was going to come back, though.
But some laundry in the backfield typically indicates that an offensive player had a defender's jersey in his hand. We'll wait the official call. It was a pickup of 5. It is
false start.
Illegal movement. So that might be more frustrating than a hold if you're Trevor Hoskins. A pickup of 5, offensive illegal movement will take you back 5.
Well, you've seen Floyd Central load up that left side there, and that's where that hole was, and they were able to pick up the yardage.
An update from Prestonsburg. Betsy Lane leads the Black Cats 13-6. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter at Josh Francis Field.
I don't think that was going the way some people expected it to.
Damian Cotton back in the game, wide left for the Jags. Elijah Little in motion. Buck wide right. Mays turns, gives it to Evans. Gets across the line of scrimmage up to the 19-yard line. Give him a pickup of 4. But another flag in the backfield and another penalty against Floyd Central. So again, Evans picking up 4 and 5 yards a pop, but another penalty against the Jaguar offense.
He indicated hold, looked like.
And that's actually worse than illegal movement because the holding is 10 yards. It is a hold against Floyd Central. So that will negate the run of 4 yards by Evans.
Evans has had 9 yards rushing here on this drive, but Floyd Central has had 15 penalty yards to negate it.
So it is going to be first down and 22 from the Floyd Central 8-yard line. If my math is correct, and looks right. We'll go with it.
That Allen grade school math.
2 receivers each way for Keatron Mays, joined in the backfield by Evans. Gives it to Evans, sweeping around the left, finds a hole up the middle, cuts it back across the 15-yard line, going to be marked down at the 18, and another big pickup by Evans, a 10-yard pickup for Bailey Evans.
So he might be 13.
Ten-yard pickup for Evans up to the 18-yard line.
At the 5, wasn't he?
It was on the 8.
Oh, okay.
That brings up 2nd and 13. Much more manageable than 1st and 22.
Yeah. But Evans giving a little spark here on this drive. That's 3 straight handoffs that he's got positive yards.
Peach has just informed me. I've been saying Brody Buck this entire time. Wesley, I'm sorry. Mays takes the snap and shotgun, looks right, now rolls to his left. Looks to fire on the run, and he does. Caught by Cotton on the far sideline. Makes a man miss. Cotton makes a second man miss near midfield. Tackled from behind in Paintsville territory across the 50 down to the 46-yard line of Paintsville. A big pitch and catch from Mays to Damian Cotton on 2nd and long, setting up the Jaguars in Paintsville territory.
Let's give Elijah Little a little credit getting out in front of Cotton there, as he was able to throw a block and allow Cotton to pick up an extra 5 to 10 yards there.
A pickup of 36 yards on the rollout play by Keatron Mays to Damian Cotton. Cotton made 2 guys miss on the sideline before being chased down inside the 50-yard line. The first down for the Jaguar offense, and you've got to think that's a big weight off of this group's shoulders to get a big play like that and get it across midfield.
Well, you got the interception, get some momentum. You actually had some good run plays that got called back, and then now the big one.
Mays, pocket collapsing, escapes the pressure, can't escape the second wave, does escape the second wave, gets the ball across the 45. He was met 7 yards in the backfield, and his big, strong body enabled him to get it across the 45 for a pickup of 2 on the play in what looked like to be a disastrous drop back for the sophomore.
Call that man Houdini, because the way he got out of there here tonight. This might be a little shades of his daddy in him right there.
Listen, that's what and Floyd Central has had a slew of athletes come through this football program. I mean, you go all the way back to Dylan Cottle that first year, an absolute gamer, Max Martin, Jace Martin, Cole Shelton. The physical
just to name a few.
Is something that they've not had at that position, and a guy that just looks like a pure quarterback back there in the backfield. 2nd and 8 for the Jaguars. Mays turns, gives it to Evans, rushing right. Nice sweep around the right side. Gets it across the 40, going to be marked down at the 40. A pickup of 4.5 on the play to the Paintsville 40. Sets up a short 3rd and 4 off the 4-yard run by Bailey Evans, who's now up to 17 yards.
Well, you're definitely in 4-down territory now, as Floyd Central starting to find their sea legs and move the ball.
It's a nice job by the right side of that offensive line for Floyd Central to really seal off that defensive that left side of the defensive line. TJ Jewell out there at right tackle to open up that hole for Evans around the right side. Also out there, John Goebel. 1 receiver each way for Mays. Cotton to the right, Buck to the left. Mays turns, gives it to Evans. Open up the middle. Lowers the shoulder across the 35 down to the 32-yard line for another Jaguar first down on a pickup of, now we're going to give it a pickup of 9 on the play for Bailey Evans. And boy, you could have driven a Mack truck through the middle of that offensive line on that play right there.
It was almost like a cover 0 blitz right there. Everyone come downhill, and if you can get by that first initial wave, you're going to get some yardage.
Floyd Central will have to run a play, as there's about a 6-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Clock under 15 seconds.
Mine is not, I apologize.
Meade and Buck off wide to the left, Cotton to the right. Mays drops back, rolling left, Fires it in the flat to Curry. Tried to leap a defender, but he's tripped up just shy of the 25-yard line. Going to be marked short of the 26. That's going to be a pickup of, they're going to give him the 25. We're going to give him a gain of 6 on the play for Curry. And that takes us to the end of one quarter. 8-0 Paintsville on top of the Jaguars, but Floyd Central is driving inside Paintsville territory. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injury. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward. Injuries are not only a part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wrecks, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case, ensure your future. Find us at vhbw.com. Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward, next to Tudors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Paintsville 8, Floyd Central nothing as we switch sides of the field for the second quarter on the Vanover Hall and Bartley and Ward.com scoreboard. But the Jaguars are driving. They've got it 2nd and 4 at the Tiger 25-yard line. Bailey Evans up to 26 yards on 6 carries. Runs of 10 and 9 on this drive alone, and a big 36-yard completion from Keatron Mays to Damian Cotton. And you can see the confidence starting to slowly build for the Jaguars. We talked about it in the pregame. Coach Hoskins was really worried about how this team would handle that first big blow or that first, unfortunate bounce. And not to risk jinxing the drive, but so far this drive, they've really bounced back after that big pick in the end zone by Wesley Buck.
Well, it's one of those things. You got to come out here and get hit one time and then kind of get yourself acquainted to the game once again, as these guys maybe know.
Mays in the shotgun, hands it, keeps it on the fake to Evans. Wide open in the flat to Curry. Gets a block by Buck. Curry shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line down to the 12, and that's going to be a pickup of 13 yards from Mays to Ethan Curry.
This little rollout play that Floyd Central has been running is working very well right now because it's almost a run-pass option. Same thing Paintsville kind of done earlier. The defender comes after the quarterback, he's going to dump it off. If the defender stays with the receiver, quarterback has the room to run.
Just getting things started in the second quarter here. J. Brew Complex in Paintsville. Tigers an 8-0 lead over the Jaguars on the VHBW.com scoreboard. Mays in shotgun. Evans behind him. Takes the snap, gives it off to Evans. Sidesteps the defender, crosses the goal line inside the 5. Evans still on his feet and gets taken down just shy of the goal line at the 1. That's going to be a pickup of 11 inside the Paintsville 5, setting up the Jaguars 1st and goal.
That's some shaking and baking right there from Evans as he's getting in there, made people miss in the hole and was able to pick up those yards.
I saw a clip the other day of USC back in the day, the Thunder and Lightning with Lindell White and Reggie Bush. And listen, I'm not saying Evans and Curry are Bush and White, but they've got that speed/power combo with the big body and Curry, the shiftiness of Evans that we've seen on this drive. And it's going to be really interesting to see as this season progresses how they're utilized in this Hoskins offense. Mays under center, turns, gives it to Curry, and gets across the goal line for the first Floyd Central touchdown of 2025.
It is good for a touchdown.
A McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
See a little power football right there from the Jaguars. They went to the bone and give Curry last man through. Let him take his momentum and carry the defenders in.
If all you need's 3 feet I like my chances with Curry.
Yeah, I like him in the back of that while you're blocking everybody. If he gets a little bit of momentum, he'll just fall. He'll fall over into it the way he runs.
Jaguars going for 2. It's Curry, and the Wildcat takes the snap, and we're going to have an illegal motion or formation called against Floyd Central. That'll back him up 5 yards to the 7-yard line. And the call is against the Jaguars, and we'll try the 2-point conversion again. Illegal substitution.
Okay.
Nonetheless, it is a 5-yard infraction against the Jaguars.
Well, if you want to throw the ball, it's almost better for you to give you a few extra yards right there to give yourself some space to operate.
And Coach Hoskins sending in a handful of subs to attempt this 2-point conversion, trying to tie it up here in the second quarter in Paintsville for Floyd Central.
You see Evans come back on the field. He's going to be in the backfield with Mays right here.
Cotton in motion.
Maybe a jump ball here to Buck.
Mays rolling to his right. A flag on the far side. Inside the end zone to Buck. It's dislodged by the defender. A flag on the play. It's against Floyd Central. Paintsville will decline it. So the score stands as is. 8-6 Paintsville after the Floyd Central touchdown by Ethan Curry. 10:09 on the clock. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Back to school season is here, and Parkview Pharmacy is ready to help you and your family start the year healthy and strong. I'm pharmacist Valerie Akers. From keeping their little hands clean with their top-of-the-line hand sanitizers to vitamins that boost immune systems and improve energy and focus. Tips from improving mental wellness or products to keep colds away. Our friendly staff is here for you every step of the way. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy today because healthy kids make for a happy classroom. Parkview Pharmacy, a dose of care in every prescription.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
8-6 your score. 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Floyd Central and Paintsville getting together. Tigers on top after a 1-yard touchdown run by Ethan Curry brought the Jags to within 2 on a failed 2-point conversion. But a big drive following an end zone interception by Wes Buck.
We're going to go rough guess of 8-minute drive there for the Jaguars.
TJ Jewell kicks the ball in the tee through the legs, picked up at the 25-yard line by Paintsville's Colton Short, and he's going to be corralled and taken down at the Paintsville 40-yard line where the Tigers will set up shop. Well, this Tiger offense was on the sideline for quite a bit. I know a lot of the players were out there playing defense, but a big answer by this Jaguar offense. That drive included a 36-yard pass play from Mays to Cotton, a 10-yard run, a 9-yard run, an 11-yard run by Caleb Evans, and then a 1-yard plunge by Curry.
Well, here, Floyd Central back on defense. Have you found the answer to slow down big Brody Howe here in the backfield?
Hilton in the backfield takes a snap, fakes it, flips it in the flat to Lawfer. Lawfer gets it across the 50 for a Tiger first down. They're going to mark him at the 50. And it looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 50. It will be a Paintsville first down. Nope, we're going to measure.
Timeout.
We're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Paintsville 8, Floyd Central 6, 9:50 to play in the second quarter.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you.
We run together.
Is your unit down? Not working like it should? Don't put off repairs to your HVAC system. Call the professionals at Elliott Heating and Cooling. 606-437-7368. One call and your worries are gone. Elliott Heating and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train. Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Just less than 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Paintsville with the football at the 50-yard line. A 2-point lead for the Tigers over the visiting Floyd Central Jaguars. 10-yard reception by Anderson Law for his first catch of the night. He also has 2 carries for 3 yards, and the Jaguars have really done a nice job keying on him. However, Brody Howell's the one that's been hurting him. 4 carries for Howell for 59 yards, including a 29-yard touchdown run. 2 receivers each way for Helton, who's in shotgun. Howell behind him in the backfield. In motion is Lucas Stewart. Helton looks to the sideline to...
Play clock ain't even on.
Helton motions Stewart. Takes the snap, turns, gives it to Howell. Howell hit at the line of scrimmage, but still falls forward for a pickup of 4. First man there was Joseph Tackett, but Howell already ahead of steam and picked up 4 yards.
Howell runs what you would call angry.
Yes.
Almost like his feet's fighting the ground. He just keeps churning.
Good job by Tackett to meet him at the line of scrimmage, but hit him a little bit too high. Howell still fell forward for 4.
Low man wins in that matchup.
Law for the lone wide man to the left of Helton. Howell on his hip in the backfield. Takes the handoff, does Howell. Met again at the line of scrimmage, that time by Curry and Elijah Little. A minimal gain of 2 on the play for Howell.
That is a gain of 3, and it'll make it 3rd and 3.
I'm going to give him a gain of 2. 3rd and 3 for Paintsville offense in probably 4-down territory at the Floyd Central 43-yard line.
Well, when you've got a running back like Howell back there, you can afford to take a gamble right here and then hand it off to him on 4th if you don't do it on 3rd.
Short and Lawfer out wide to the right, 2 receivers wide to the left. It's a keeper by Helton. Sidesteps a defender, gets tripped up across the 40-yard line by Curry, but that will be enough for a Paintsville first down to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 6 by Parker Helton. First and 10, Paintsville. Clock continuing to roll here in the second quarter. Tigers up by 2, 8-6 on the VHWB.com scoreboard. Helton rolls to his right, passes it, and it's broken up in the flat by Austin Mead. Intended target was Lucas Stewart. Excellent job by Mead to break up that play in the flat. All over Stewart.
Yeah. He blanketed him from side to side there and made a nice get your hand out there and kind of disrupt the pass anyways. But he was right there. It was going to take a perfect pass.
Even if the catch had been made by Stewart, the gain was going to be just a couple of yards, as Mead had excellent man-to-man coverage on the flat. 2nd and 10, Paintsville. Floyd Central 37-yard line. Lawfer out wide to the right, bunches to the left. Helton gives it to Howell, sweeping left, avoids one tackler, cuts it back across the middle, gets it across the first down marker down near the 25-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 25. That's a pickup of 12 yards for Brody Howell.
And it's good for a Tigers
Up to 77 yards for Brody Howell. And he was hit, Byron, at the line of scrimmage around the ankles. But just too much momentum to get through the arm tackle of Curry. And another Paintsville first down.
He runs hard, and if you don't get a good angle at him and get contact on him early, he's going to pick up those extra yards.
Stewart in motion for Paintsville. Helton turns, gives it to Howell again, gets hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for a pickup of 1 officially. Several players there for Floyd Central defensively to hold Howell up for a gain of 1.
They met him behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to power through 2 tackles for a minimal gain.
2nd and 9 for Paintsville. Approaching the 6:30 mark of this second quarter.
Yeah, the play clock is off now as the back judge is counting.
2 receivers wide each way for Helton. Drops back, short step. Looking, fires it across the middle. Picked off by Floyd Central. Wesley Buck down the right sideline. Makes Helton miss. Buck across the 30, across the 20. Wesley Buck, pick 6, Jaguars. Wes Buck's second interception of the game. This one's going to go to the house from 65 yards out. And Floyd Central takes the lead 12-8 over Paintsville. And this Paintsville sideline is stunned, and we know because we're sitting right behind them.
Amongst them. Don't say behind, we are amongst them.
Parker Helton's second interception. Both of them go to Buck. This one goes for a score. It's a McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County. A name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Curry in the Wildcat. Gets it across the goal line for 2. And the Jaguars go up by 6. Their first lead of 2025. It's 14-8 Floyd Central. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injury. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward. Injuries are not only part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wreck, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case and ensure your future. Find us at vhbw.com, Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward, next to Tudors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
A 65-yard pick 6 for Wes Buck has Floyd Central on top, 14-8 on Paintsville with 6:10 to play here in the second quarter. Buck's second interception of the night, Byron. The first one came in the end zone when Paintsville was driving. This one picked off in his own territory, made one man miss, and it was all green turf for Buck on the interception via the score.
Yeah, all he had to do once he caught the ball, all he had to do was beat the quarterback, and he kind of met him on the sideline in one little cutback, and he was gone.
14-8, Floyd Central on top of Paintsville. 14 unanswered points by Floyd Central. Ethan Curry with the 2-point conversion to tack on the extra 2. TJ Dool, squib kick up the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line by Short. Tosses back to Lawfer. Lawfer makes 2-man miss.
And he's gone.
He's down the sideline. Lawfer across the 10. Anderson, Lawfer. Kickoff return for a touchdown for Paintsville.
And that's how you answer an interception right there.
A 72-yard return for Anderson Lawfer off the lateral from Colton Short. Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County. A name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Colton Short fielded the kickoff at the 30-yard line, tossed it back to Lawfer a couple of yards behind him, and Lawfer made 2 men miss. And we've talked about his playmaking ability. It was to the house for Anderson Lawfer.
Well, hey, we talked about adversity earlier. How is Floyd Central going to respond right here?
Extra point is good by Carson Montgomery.
It's 15-14.
15-14 should be the score. Paintsville on top by 1 back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
It's that time again to save big and score huge savings on our back-to-school bundles. Come into Appalachian Wireless today to see how you can save over $1,000 when you pair your favorite devices. Because the more you pair, the more you save. It's a deal that lets you gear up the entire family for school while saving big in the process. Stop in today at one of your favorite Appalachian Wireless retail locations or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to learn how you can help your student get back to school ready. Hurry! Offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Knock the dust off some 90s country with David Lee Murphy. One of Nashville's most celebrated songwriters, David Lee Murphy. Friday, September 26th, Mountain Arts Center, Prestonsburg. Tickets on sale now at MacArts.com or by calling the People's Bank Rock Office at 1-888-MAC-ARTS.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
6:01 to play, second quarter. Paintsville answered the pick six by Wes Buck with a kickoff return for a touchdown by Anderson Lawfer. And the Tigers regain the lead 16-14. And the action has picked up considerably in this second period.
Well, we kind of figured it might be a back and forth game here.
Carson Montgomery kicks it off from his own 40 and kicks it out of bounds down the near sideline. Damian Cotton lets it trickle out of bounds, and the Jaguars will take over with decent field position.
Well, they can afford to take a little bit of time to score, but not as much as they did on that last drive they had to score.
Floyd Central, and there's the official call by the head referee on the free kick out of bounds. Floyd Central will take over at its own 35-yard line. We've had a 29-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown run, 65-yard pick six, and a 72-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
So you said we're having a little bit of everything tonight.
We've seen a lot.
All we need is the lights to go out again.
Buck and Cotton wide right for the Jaguars. Curry and Little in motion from left to right. Evans in the backfield with Mays. Turns, gives it to Evans across the right side, gets across the line of scrimmage, and is brought down near the 40-yard line. We'll see where the official spot is. It's going to be a pickup of 5 at the 40 for Bailey Evans. Didn't see the field the first possession for Floyd Central, did Bailey Evans, but has 8 carries so far, more than double the combined carries of Curry and Mays.
Well, I think they might have wanted to use Curry out there to start the game, put the guy that's had the more reps in there, maybe more game time than Evans. But Evans come out, he has come in like a wrecking ball.
Meade and Buck wide left. Cotton out split wide right to the right. Mays drops, short pass to Cotton. He's going to fall down at the 45-yard line. Depending on the spot, it might be a first down. It's right at the stick. And they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, that is a I don't want to say it was a generous spot because he was right there at it.
An update from just down 23. Prestonsburg leads Betsy Lane 22-21 with around 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
I've got in the second.
Second quarter.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
That's a high-scoring game as well. First and 10 Jaguars, own 45-yard line, 4:34 to play second quarter on the Vanover Hall, BartleyandWard.com scoreboard. Evans with the handoff, puts down his head, gets across the 50, spins and gets an extra yard down to the Paintsville 48-yard line. Laufer came away with the football, but Evans was well down on the turf. A pickup of 7 for Bailey Evans.
You see the Paintsville coaching staff wanted the fumble as well. They're pointing their direction.
Hey, it's like I tell umpires all the time when we're out there in the heat. I said, I got to at least try. If I don't try, I'm not, Second and 3, clock under 4 minutes. Jaguars down 2, but driving inside Paintsville territory. Cotton and Meade split wide to the left, Buck out to the right. Mays in the backfield, takes the shotgun snap, fakes it to Evans, lets it fly deep right side. Buck comes back to it, makes the grab on the sideline, and a nice pitch and catch from Mays to Buck. Excellent job by Buck to come down with the football.
Now you can see Mays starting to grow confidence. That was a confident throw right there, as that was to the Buck's back shoulder away from the defender right there. And you can see he drove that ball there that time.
A pickup of 32 yards down to the 16-yard line for Wes Buck, his first reception of the night, and we've called his name a bunch already.
You even called his brother's name a few times.
Listen, he can't escape Brody, doesn't matter what he does. First and 10 Jaguars at the Paintsville 16-yard line. Buck, the only wide receiver wide left. Cotton to the right. Mays botches the handoff, gives it to Evans. Evans gets back to the line of scrimmage on what was a botched play on the bad snap to Mays, but Evans able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see, maybe they run Buck out here to this open side again and maybe take a shot at the end zone from right here.
Excellent job on that catch by Buck to come back to the football. Not that it was underthrown. Mays put it in a place where it was going to be really difficult for that defender to make the catch, and Buck.
He threw it to Buck's, where Buck had the best angle.
Meade and Buck wide to the left, Cotton wide to the right. Evans behind Mays. Curry on Mays' left hip. Turns, fakes it to Evans, rolls to his left, flips it off to Curry, across the 15, shakes a tackle, gets knocked out of bounds, shy of the 10-yard line. We'll see where the official spot is. It's going to be just outside the 10 at the 11.
That's going to be a third and manageable right there. Definitely 4-down territory.
Solid pickup of 5 for Curry. And with that, Mays goes over the century mark in passing yards. 104 passing yards for Keatron Mays. An efficient 7 of 8. His only incompletion, the interception.
Defense bailed him out and got an interception back for him to get the ball back to Floyd Central after he threw that. So Floyd Central winning the turnover battle right now, though.
Clock stops on the play out of bounds as we're late in the second quarter. 2:41 to play. Jags down by 2. Mays rolling to his right. Looking across the middle. Sidesteps a defender. Tries to tuck it and run, but he's knocked down shy of the 10. It's going to be a official loss of 1 yard. Mays tried his best to make something out of nothing, but will be dropped for a small loss. And that'll set up a 4th and
7.
About 6 or 7. We'll say 4th and 6. That's what the scoreboard says.
I'm going to assume right here Floyd Central is going to let the play clock run down to about 1, and then they're going to take a timeout just to keep the ball away from Paintsville. And if Paintsville does get the ball back, give them the least amount of time possible to drive the field.
And Floyd Central does take a timeout. 1:59 to play, second quarter. Timeout on the field brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacists Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Paintsville on top of Floyd Central, 16-14, 1:59 to play on the VHBWlaw.com scoreboard. And this is a big play, Byron, because Paintsville does get the football to start the second half. Floyd Central won the toss, elected to receive, promptly went 3 and out. And then Brody Howell
29-yard touchdown run.
Basically a one-man wrecking crew on that first offensive drive for Paintsville. And really, we've not called his name much since. He's had some carries, but it's that Floyd Central defense has done a really nice job of adapting and making adjustments. And now we'll see what they draw up on 4th and 6 from the Paintsville 12. They can get a first down inside the 6-yard line. So do you go for the first down, or do you just have a play in your back pocket here to try to get 6?
Well, I think it might be a levels play, something at the sticks, something in the end zone to give Mays options and really make Paintsville kind of come out and cover multiple areas. And if that happens, look for Mays to have an opportunity to possibly run for it.
Cotton split wide to the left. Meade, Buck on the right. Evans and Curry in the backfield with Mays. Mays turns, fakes it to Curry, flips it back to Curry, and Curry dropped it at the line of scrimmage. The space was there for Curry to take it up the middle, and I think he started to run before he secured the catch.
He knew he was going to be close because you seen once that ball hit him, you seen Paintsville defenders starting to come. So it was going to be a close first down.
Paintsville takes over at its own 12-yard line. 1:55 to play. Tigers do have a 2-point lead. We'll see what Coach Melvin elects to do. They do get the football to start the second half. 2 timeouts remaining for the Tigers. Helton in shotgun. Lawfer lined up behind him. 3 receivers wide out to the left. Helton takes the snap, turns, gives it to Lawfer around the right side, and he's going to be met by several Jaguars right at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be about all he gets, is back to the original line of scrimmage for Lawfer. Excellent job that time by the Floyd Central defense.
I think that play call right there just kind of tells you what Paintsville's going to do. Maybe play it conservative here, take the lead into the locker room here at the half, and come back out and get aggressive to start the second possibly.
Same formation for the Tigers on 2nd and 10. Clock down to 1:15. Parker Helton, first-year starter for Coach Melvin, takes the snap, hands it off to Lawfer up the middle, makes one man miss, gets it across the 15-yard line, taken down at the 17-yard line for a pickup of 5 for Lawfer. Sets up a 3rd and 5, but the clock now under a minute.
Well,
and with about 83 yards to go, I don't see Brian Melvin using either one of his 2 remaining timeouts with the clock down to 40 seconds.
If he hasn't done it yet, he's just playing it conservative with the handoffs, hoping to break it.
Helton in the shotgun, and we're going to have a whistle and a timeout. The far side official had the whistle, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Timeout called by Floyd Central. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie.
Well, it almost looked like Floyd Central was going to sell out right there to try to get a run blitz and get in that backfield to stop Lawfer on the handoff. As good if you do it, but if you miss, you've got nobody here in the secondary, and if Lawfer is able to break through that line, then he's going to have nothing but green grass in front of him.
Coming up at the half, we'll have your halftime report brought to you by your Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk, Douglas Ray Hall. We'll recap the first half action here, also try to find you some updates on some games of interest around the area. Of course, that big one down there at Black Cat Stadium between the Black Cats and Betsy Lane Bobcats. Good crowd on hand for this one.
And to answer a question back here, is there soccer, the European football in the Beaver Creek area? That would be a no.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There are people that are very hopeful.
I've kind of floated it out there myself, so not right now, but hopefully sometime in the future.
And a hard count by Helton draws Floyd Central off sides, and it was 3rd and 5. We'll see exactly where the marker is going to be. It's going to give them a first down via the penalty. Not what you want out of a timeout if you're Floyd Central. It'll be
a little over-aggressive right there.
It'll be a Paintsville first down at their own 22-yard line. 32 seconds to play before halftime.
Right here, got to stay disciplined if you're Floyd Central on defense and not give them extra yardage here and give them an opportunity to score. As Paintsville has shown they're willing to, I think they're just going to take a knee.
And now it looks like they're just going to go to the kneel formation.
The victory formation.
Stewart goes out wide, Lawford deep in the backfield, but Helton under center for the first time, and he will take the knee, and the clock finally decides to start. And we'll take a break and come back for your halftime report. At halftime, Paintsville 16, Floyd Central 14 in what was an exciting first half of action. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back and look at the first half action here on FM 100 Sports.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
Is your unit down? Not working like it should? Don't put off repairs to your HVAC system. Call the professionals at Elliott Heating and Cooling. 606-437-7368. One call and your worries are gone. Elliott Heating and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Jonna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Back to school season is here, and Parkview Pharmacy is ready to help you and your family start the year healthy and strong. I'm pharmacist Valerie Akers. From keeping their little hands clean with their top-of-the-line hand sanitizers to vitamins that boost immune systems and improve energy and focus, tips from improving mental wellness or products to keep colds away. Our friendly staff is here for you every step of the way. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy today because healthy kids make for a happy classroom. Parkview Pharmacy, a dose of care in every prescription.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back to Walter Brew Complex here in Paintsville, where the host Tigers lead the Floyd Central Jaguars by 2 at halftime, 16-14 your score. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk Douglas Ray Hall, who wishes all student athletes in Floyd County nothing but success during the fall sports season. Recapping your scoring summary in that first half, Paintsville got on the board first at the 8:48 mark in the first quarter. A 29-yard touchdown run by Brody Howell. Howell also tacked on the 2-point conversion, and the Tigers led 8-0 at that point. They would lead 8-0 after 1 quarter of play. Floyd Central, after the interception by Wesley Buck, would drive down the field, capping off a scoring drive with 10:09 to play in the second quarter on a 1-yard run by Ethan Curry. Failed 2-point conversion, left it 8-6 in favor of Paintsville. 4 minutes later, at the 6:09 mark, Buck intercepted another Paintsville pass, this time taking it to the house 65 yards for the pick six. Curry punched in the 2-point conversion out of the Wildcat, and Floyd Central led it 14-8. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Anderson Lawford took the pitch back from Cody Short, ran it 72 yards to the house, tacked on a 2-point conversion via the pass from Parker Helton, and that made it 16-14 Paintsville, and that's where we stand currently here at the halftime break. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with some individual statistics from the first half. Paintsville on top of Floyd Central, 16-14 on FM 100 Sports.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
When you need signs, banners, business cards, decals, and promotional items, you need to call Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics. Need to promote your business? Jaded Rain can stick your business logo on just about anything. Yard signs, large signs, middle and outdoor signs, window perv. Jaded Rain even does covered vehicle wraps, converting your work truck or car into a rolling billboard. If you need to stand out, you need Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics. Call 371-3153 or find Jaded Rain on Facebook.
Hey, it's Kristen. Are you looking for the ultimate back-to-school upgrade? Appalachian Wireless is offering you the Samsung S25 or the iPhone 16, or how about an iPad on us? Sign up for an Appalachian Wireless Advantage plan or renew your line of service. Or how about just coming in to see how you can qualify? These are perfect for school, work, or play, but hurry. These deals won't last long. Visit your Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Knock the dust off some 90s country with David Lee Murphy. One of Nashville's most celebrated songwriters, David Lee Murphy. Friday, September 26th, Mountain Arts Center, Prestonsburg. Tickets on sale now at MacArts.com or by calling the People's Bank Box Office at 1-888-MAC-ARTS.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back in Paintsville, Kentucky, where the host Tigers lead the Floyd Central Jaguars by 2 at the halftime break, 16-14. Individual numbers first for Floyd Central, an efficient first half of play as a starting quarterback for sophomore Keetron Mays. 7 of 9 passing for 104 yards. He does have an interception to his credit, but a solid first half of play for Mays, who saw some spot duty last year, Byron, but I thought a pretty impressive first half of play. You could tell the coaches wanted to get him some easy throws. His interception came on a deep ball that was underthrown, but he bounced back and made a beautiful throw downfield to Buck, who made a nice change-up on the football.
Yeah, I mean, something, first game, early in a game, you like to see, most of the time you'll see coaches little rollout, something to get a confident pass, you would call it. Nothing deep, nothing hard, but something short and easy, and allow your quarterback to start getting in the game, getting a rhythm. And you said it, after that, he started getting into a rhythm. After that interception, he started finding a rhythm and getting a feel for the game, and he started operating this offense about as good as he could.
Damian Cotton, the leading receiver for the Jaguars, 2 catches for 41 yards. Wesley Buck, 1 catch for 32 yards. Ethan Curry, 3 catches for 24. Austin Meade, 1 catch for 7. Bailey Evans, the leading rusher for the Jaguars, 10 carries for 49 yards. Keetron Mays, 3 carries for 5 yards. Ethan Curry, 2 carries for -4 yards, but he does have 1 touchdown. Paintsville, Parker Helton passing the football, 2 of 4 for 18 yards, 2 interceptions for Helton. One of those returned for a touchdown. His passes went to Charlie Harris for 8 yards and Anderson Laufer for 10 yards. Brody Howell, we called his name a lot in the first half, but he's been somewhat absent since that first drive, and due in large part to that defense of Floyd Central. 8 carries for 78 yards for Howell with a touchdown. 4 carries for 8 yards for Anderson Laufer. Helton has 1 carry for 6 yards as well for the Tigers. Paintsville leads at 16-14. We'll run down some scores around the area in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injury. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward. Injuries are not only a part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wrecks, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case and ensure your future. Find us at vhbw.com, Vanover Hall, Bartley & Ward, next to Tutors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Paintsville leads Floyd Central 16-14 at the halftime break here in Paintsville. Some other scores around the area. Of course, down the road in Prestonsburg, the host Black Cats in the middle of the second quarter leads Betsy Lane 22-21 in what has been a high-scoring first half of football between those two inter-county rivals. For the first year in decades without Philip Haywood on the sidelines, Belfry having no trouble with East Carter after one quarter of play, 21-0 at halftime. In Pike County, East Ridge on top of Morgan County, 22-6. Christian Academy of Louisville over Pikeville at the half, 24-7. And after one quarter of play down in Pineville, the Phelps Hornets a lead on the road over the Mountain Lions, 14-6. 16-14 your score here. Paintsville on top of Floyd Central. Second half kickoff back in 3 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Edie Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Jonna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Back to school season is here, and Parkview Pharmacy is ready to help you and your family start the year healthy and strong. I'm pharmacist Valerie Akers. From keeping their little hands clean with their top-of-the-line hand sanitizers to vitamins that boost immune systems and improve energy and focus, tips from improving mental wellness or products to keep colds away. Our friendly staff is here for you every step of the way. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy today because healthy kids make for a happy classroom. Parkview Pharmacy, a dose of care in every prescription.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
Is your unit down? Not working like it should? Don't put off repairs to your HVAC system. Call the professionals at Elliott Heating and Cooling. 606-437-7368. One call and your worries are gone. Elliott Heating and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
16-14, your halftime score here at Walter Brew Complex in Paintsville, home of the 2020 Class A state champion Tigers, where the Tigers lead it by 2 over the Floyd Central Jaguars here at the break. Paintsville will get the football to begin the second half of play. Another update from down the road in Prestonsburg. The Black Cats just scored again in the second quarter, and with 5.5 minutes to play in the first half, Prestonsburg leads Betsy Lane 34-21. Josh McKinney, Byron Hall here with you tonight. Josh Peach Page up high above the press box on camera.
He might have the best seat.
You know, you would think so, but it's not. It's honestly not a much better view than what we have. I mean, we're a little bit lower, but you've got the speakers, you've got the press box sign that kind of bleeds over across the fence, and he's a braver man than me, I'll tell you, because I gave him the choice, because we're sitting outside the press box. We're not inside the press box where we usually are, and we tried to set the camera up to see what kind of shot we could get, and it wasn't great. We've had much worse, trust me. But I said, Josh, it's up to you, buddy. If you want to brave yourself and climb that ladder up there on the side of the press box, you are more than welcome. We'll make whatever we can work. We're as flexible as a rubber band this week, and you know, God bless him, because he's. Whew.
Not the first time he's climbed a ladder like that.
No. It's he's braver than I am for sure. But
you the man, son. You the man. You're the real MVP.
Paintsville 16, Floyd Central 14. And Byron, it's been a good first half of football. A slow start for the Jaguars. They go 3 and out on their first offensive possession to start the football game. Immediately give up 3 plays and a score to Paintsville to fall down to get behind the 8 ball. They throw an interception, does Keatron Mays downfield. Paintsville's driving, and then a big interception in the end zone by Wes Buck kind of gets Floyd Central going a little bit. They go on a big 7-8 minute drive, cap it off with a touchdown, and then can't quite convert the 4th and short inside the red zone. But I think all in all, if you're Floyd Central, you've got to be pleased with what you saw in this first half under this new coaching regime.
Yeah, made adjustments. We thought it was going to be an extremely long night the way Hal started the game, 3 rushes for 50-some yards, and was getting big plays. That kind of had us worried early on, but, Floyd Central's defense answered the bell, They come back, force the turnover to get the ball back to drive and score, and then defense stepped up and made a play to get your second score of the night.
TJ Jewell will kick off for Floyd Central. The Jaguars will be kicking the football right to left if you're listening on the radio. Of course, we're on Facebook and YouTube as well if you're more into the visuals. I like to mute the broadcast, the TV broadcast or the streaming broadcast, and turn on the radio. I still enjoy listening to the radio when it comes to a sporting event. There's something, I guess, nostalgic about it. Of course, out in Arizona, the Reds are taking on the Diamondbacks in the middle of a playoff hunt for Terry Francona and the Reds. We'll join them in progress later this evening.
I like it, though.
I love it. Jewell boots it, a pooch kick, and fielded just across midfield at the 48-yard line by Paintsville. A good kick by Jewell caught Paintsville a little bit off guard, but it was still caught and corralled just across midfield by Paintsville's Jackson Borders.
I thought it was impressive. The tee went further than the ball.
Hey, that's the second or third time he's kicked the tee as much as he's kicked the football. So Paintsville takes over at its own 48-yard line. 1st and 10, moving left to right. 3 wide receivers split to the right. Bunch formation on the left with the heavy set. 1 running back in the backfield. That's Lawfer behind Helton. Helton turns, gives it off to Lawfer running right. Chased down by Curry at the 45. Lawfer escapes and escapes another tackler on the left side. Gets across midfield. Another arm tackle broken across the 40 down to the 35-yard line of Floyd Central. Mark it at the 34. An 18-yard run for Anderson Lawfer. Make it a 35-yard line's the official spot. A 17-yard run for Anderson Lawfer after being hit in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Yeah, I will say by the time he broke a tackle and lost yardage and then reverse field, he probably ran closer to 35.
Same formation for the Tigers. Lawfer in motion. Pass goes to Lucas Stewart across the 35, across the 30. Tackled just shy of the 25-yard line. They're going to call him down at the 27. It's going to be a pickup of 8 for Lucas Stewart.
It's very similar to the way the first drive went for Paintsville, getting big chunk plays, moving the ball. Floyd Central is going to have to answer right here.
Quickly, 2nd and 2 at the Floyd Central 27 for the Tigers. Helton drops back in the flat. It goes to Lawfer. A lot of open space. Hits, breaks 2 tackles. It gets the first down across the 25-yard line, shoved out of bounds. They're going to mark him across the 25 down to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 5 for Anderson Lawfer on the swing pass, and another Paintsville first down.
Yeah, Floyd Central is going to have to make some individual defensive plays because Paintsville is starting to get Lawfer the ball in open space, and you're going to have to make somebody for Floyd Central is going to have to step up and make a one-on-one tackle.
That's 3 times this drive that Lawfer has been met for no gain or a loss by a Floyd Central defender, and has gotten some positive yardage out of it. Now Brody Howell back in the backfield behind Helton. Stewart in motion, gives the ball to Howell up the middle, gets it across the 20, close to the 15-yard line. They're going to say he's down at the 16. That's a pickup of 6 for Brody Howell. And another 2nd down and short yardage to go for the Tigers now nearing the red zone.
You think Floyd Central, Howell cramping up here.
We're going to have a dead ball whistle as Howell is being tended to. They're going to call it a gain of 7 for Howell, so we'll give him 7. That's now 85 yards on 9 carries as he's having his leg stretched. And you're going to see this kind of thing a lot these first couple weeks of the season. It's not overly hot or humid, but it's still, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and you see a lot of cramps happen the first couple weeks of the football season. And but you're right, this drive for Paintsville to start this second half is a lot like the first one. That Floyd Central had to defend, and they're in the spot. They've had defenders there to make the play. The play's just not getting made against Howell and Lawfer, and even Stewart kind of broke through a couple of arm tacklers during his short reception a second ago.
Yeah, right now you see Paintsville not playing it conservative, but they are playing it conservative, if that makes sense. A lot of handoffs. Passes right now are short to your skill players, to your playmakers in open space, not really throwing it in towards where the defense is at and not giving them a chance, not giving Floyd Central a chance to bat another ball down or intercept it. Floyd Central right here, if they want the ball, they're going to have to, like I said, take better angles as a group and individual tackle, and then wait for the help to get there to finish somebody off if need be, and just kind of keep plugging away and hope for maybe a fumble here, a bad handoff, a bad snap, or just one of those swing passes that go backwards that you can pounce on right here and take advantage of.
Opening drive of the third quarter for Paintsville. They lead at 16-14, 10-18 to play in the third quarter on the Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward scoreboard. And Howell is up under his own power, and he will have to sit out a play because he did cause a stoppage in play. Much to his disagreement. He tried to lobby to the official, but Paintsville didn't take a timeout,
right? So he has to come off. If Paintsville takes a timeout, then he can stay out there.
And it could be just kind of the breather Floyd Central needed defensively to kind of regroup a little bit. Tiger football.
That was basically a free timeout to Floyd Central to kind of regather themselves.
16-yard line handoff goes to Laufer around the right side. Good seal block, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds just shy of the goal line at the 1. Excellent seal block on the outside by Colton Short. And Laufer takes it 15 yards down to the 1-yard line, setting up a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
First and goal, Tiger fans, let's make some noise.
And I'm waiting for Brody Howell to come back into the game because he's much like an Ethan Curry type body. But why not? You've ridden Laufer this entire drive. Why not let the junior playmaker finish it off?
Well, if it gets down to 3rd or 4th and 1, I think you'll see Howell come back on the field. But right now, let him breathe as much as he can.
Laufer sidesteps a defender, gets it across the goal line for a Paintsville touchdown. Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. And
somebody from Floyd Central over on the side, seen them hopping off with a cramp as well. You see them, they got him on the ground stretching that calf.
Carson Montgomery on the field to attempt a point after. No, Helton's going to take the snap, roll to his right, flips it, and incomplete. There is a flag on the play. The ball was thrown at the feet of Short.
I think it's going to be on Paintsville.
I didn't see any interference. It was just a really bad thrown ball.
There's one in the backfield and one down here on the goal line. I thought there was one in the backfield.
Officials are talking to the Paintsville coaching staff.
That ain't never a good sign.
The 2-point attempt was failed on the pass to Colton Short from Parker Helton. There is a flag, and we'll see what the call is. It's going to be an eligible man downfield. That penalty will be declined, and it will stay 22-14 Paintsville. Tigers by 8. 10 minutes to play, third quarter. Jaguar football when we come back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
10 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook. Looking for family fun that everyone will enjoy? Come to Stonecrest Golf Course and experience top tracer golf. Kids can play fun games. Parents can test their swing, and the whole family can compete on different courses. Top Tracer is now being included with every bucket of balls. Scan the QR code on your bay and order food from Stonecrest Grill directly to you. With 10 bays and several ways to play, you'll never get bored. Experience Top Tracer Golf at Stonecrest Golf Course. Fun for the whole family, one swing at a time.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
10:03 to play third quarter. Paintsville, after the 1-yard touchdown run by Anderson Laufer, increases its lead to 8, 22-14 over the Floyd Central Jaguars. Opening drive of the third quarter. Carson Montgomery will kick off the football from his own 40-yard line. Buck and looks like Jamarcus Bennett back to receive the kick for Floyd Central. Carson Montgomery lets it kick. It goes again out of bounds. And I get what they're trying. You want to try to get the ball and pin him to the sideline, give your team a chance, but that's about 0 for 4 on the particular kickoff play.
You know, it also may be a strategy of types that if you keep kicking it out of bounds, you can't get one returned on you either.
That's true.
So you get your defense on the field and get set as well. Whether or not that is, maybe I'm just an outside-the-box thinker here, but that's always a possibility.
Floyd Central to take over on the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. Moving right to left. Damian Cotton split wide to the left. Keatron Mays in the backfield in shotgun formation with Bailey Evans on his right hip. Cotton in motion. Gets the handoff from Mays around the right side. Can't make the first guy miss. He's brought down in the backfield for a short loss on the play.
About a yard loss there.
Marking for a loss of 1 yard. And I think the humidity has finally deemed my pins just about useless. Nope, we're good. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the Jaguar 44-yard line. Still within a possession, 8 points. That's obviously a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but you want to try to answer back here after that long drive of Paintsville. Miles Holbrook split wide out to the left along with Austin Mead. First time we've called his name tonight. Handoff goes to Evans in the backfield. Gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 45-yard line. Taken down at the 47 for a modest gain of 3 on the play. And that brings up a 3rd and long. They're going to give him the 48, so let's make it a gain of 4. Another generous spot. So after the pickup of 4, it's 3rd and 7 for Floyd Central. From the 48-yard line near midfield. And third down has not been kind to the Jaguars here so far this evening.
Well, if there's ever time to convert, it is now.
Cotton goes out wide to the right. Now motions in closer to the formation. Buck wide left. Inside him is Mead. Evans on the hip of Mays, looks right now, or left now, rolling to his right. Mays looking, scrambling, avoids a defender, drops the football, picked up by Paintsville. Scrambling the other way. That's that's Jackson Farrer. And Farrer is going to return the fumble 44 yards to the house for the Paintsville touchdown. What a turn of events for Floyd Central. Well, Jackson Farrer, the senior defensive lineman, picked up the Mays fumble and rumbled 44 yards to the house.
Well, you've seen Mays. He was trying to do maybe just a little too much, possibly, as he put that ball out there trying to shift and get away from the tackle. And as he put that ball out away from his body, somebody reached in there and poked it loose, and Paintsville able to recover it for the pick 6.
Parker Helton will receive the snap and put down the ball for Carson Montgomery, who will indeed this time attempt the extra point. And he kicks it through for the PAT, and Paintsville extends its lead yet again. 29-14 your score with 8:04 to play in the third quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
When you need signs, banners, business cards, decals, and promotional items, you need to call Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics. Need to promote your business? Jaded Rain can stick your business logo on just about anything. Yard signs, large signs, metal and outdoor signs, window perv. Jaded Rain even does covered vehicle wraps, converting your work truck or car into a rolling billboard. If you need to stand out, you need Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics. Call 371-3153 or find Jaded Rain on Facebook.
Are you good at math? Well, good news. You don't have to be. We've made saving big at Appalachian Wireless as easy as your 1, 2, 3s and ABCs because we know that sending your kiddo back to school can be expensive. So come in today and meet one of our local sales teams where they'll tell you more about our back-to-school promotions. Where we've got deals for everyone in the family. Hurry in. Offer ends August 31st. So visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or visit one of your favorite Appalachian Wireless retail locations because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
The 44-yard scoop and score by Jackson Farrer has Paintsville on top 29-14 in this third quarter. An update from down the road in Prestonsburg. The Black Cats, Byron, extending their lead in a high-scoring football game.
42-27 here with about a minute or so to go before the half.
That last touchdown brought to you by McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Carson Montgomery with the ball on the tee at his own 40 for Paintsville, looking to kick it off to Floyd Central. Buck and Cotton back deep to return the kick for the Jaguars. Montgomery boots it. It's going to be fielded by Cotton at the 24-yard line. Veers off to the right, shakes one tackle, gets another tackle before getting corralled at the 40 by a couple of Paintsville defenders. So about a 16-yard return for Damian Cotton to the 40-yard line of Floyd Central, and that is where the Jaguar offense will come back out on the field.
If Cotton could have got one block, I think, earlier on that drive and not had to break a tackle, I think he might have been able to get that edge over there on that far side and had a real chance to go score.
They're going to spot it officially at the 41-yard line. Jaguars take over.
I don't think there's any way other you can cut it right here. Floyd Central has to score to stay in this game on this drive.
Defense is, well, I say defense, it was the offensive fumble that Paintsville scored on. Buck in motion. Mays turns, gives it to Evans around the left side. Gets across the line of scrimmage, finds a hole across the 50, taken down at the Paintsville 46-yard line for a pickup of 13 yards for Bailey Evans. And I'll tell you what, Byron, the offensive line for Floyd Central is opening up some really, really good holes for Evans, especially Evans, as well as Curry a couple of times. But Evans that time, a 13-yard run into Paintsville territory.
I think it was safe to say how was the line? The big question was going to be line play. And I think right now, early on here tonight, Floyd Central's line answering a few questions here, looking a little impressive at times. Other times still look like they're finding themselves.
Cotton out wide to the left. Evans behind Mays. Gets the handoff on the right side, does Evans. Across the line of scrimmage, taken down at the 45-yard line. They're going to say the 44-yard line for a pickup of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Evans with the carry, number 16, Howell in on the tackle.
You know, haven't seen a pass in a few plays now. Maybe this is the time you take a shot to Buck here possibly.
And we've seen Floyd Central do that a couple times where they'll have the outside sweep to Evans, and then all of a sudden Mays will keep it and roll back the opposite direction.
Shane giving you a hard time here on how to say McDowell. It's McDowell.
I'm sorry, Shane. I lived in Prestonsburg for a couple of years during my youth.
Well, you ain't from McDowell, so you got to say it. You got to say McDowell.
McDowell.
It's McDowell if you're from the area.
2nd and 8 Jaguars from the Paintsville 44-yard line. Mays takes the handoff. Quick pass on the right goes to buck, and they're going to say it was a catch for a short gain, maybe a yard. And one official gives him 1, the other gives him 2. We'll see which one they go with. It's going to be a pickup of 2.
Pass is complete.
Officially 2. Buck's second catch. He's got 34 yards on the night. And brings up a 3rd and 6 for Floyd Central in Paintsville territory. Maybe not all 6 here. Maybe at worst bring up a 4th and short.
Yeah, I mean, another 2 to 3 yards right here, and he puts you into a 4th and 3rd possibly, and that's manageable.
Cotton out wide to the left. A bunch formation stack on the right side. Mays with the handoff, hands it off to Curry, cuts it back to the right, picks up about 4 down to the Paintsville 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Well, one says 38 and one says 37. We'll go 37. Nope, 37 and a half. It can't be 4th and 1. It's got to be 4th and 1.5. Nonetheless, it is a pickup of, we'll give him 5. That puts Curry into positive yardage for the night. Now 3 carries for 1 yard. And it is a crucial 4th and about 1 1/3.
This is where you get, it's where the big boys up front got to come through and get a big push, get that first down.
Mays joined in the backfield by Curry. And late sub as Cotton running onto the field. Hoskins visibly upset on the far sideline, and Floyd Central will have to burn a timeout. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Mini, where pharmacists Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. Scoreboard says 4th and 2 Jaguars at the Paintsville 37. It's more like 4th and 1.5. We saw the heavy formation just before that timeout called by Hoskins. Not entirely sure I'd expect to see anything different. Expect the bunch formation again out of the timeout?
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised to see the bone right here.
You've got some options. We had some extra blockers in the backfield before the timeout was called. Curry back out there in the backfield with Mays.
I look for that a play similar to what Curry scored a touchdown on right here. Big jumbo package. Give it to Curry. He's the last one in the backfield here.
Mays under center with 3 backs behind him. Turn it goes to Curry. Paintsville defense is there, and Curry is stopped for a loss of 1.5 yards. And it's going to be another turnover on downs. We're not surprised they went with the formation that they did, but maybe a tad bit predictable if you need a yard. We like to give to Curry, but Paintsville more than ready for the call.
Well, that comes back to blocking once again. As you've seen a linebacker come untouched through the line of scrimmage. Nobody picked him up, and he had Curry in his grasp before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
Paintsville takes over at its own 38-yard line. 4:37 to play on the Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward scoreboard. Give goes to Laufer around the right side. Gets a block. Spins across the 45-yard line. Taken down across the 45 at the 47 by Curry. And that's going to be a pickup of about 9 for Anderson Laufer.
You see this offense starting to wear Floyd Central down for Paintsville. Hand off to Laufer again. Stopped in the backfield.
And this time Laufer stopped for a loss by a host of Jaguars in there on the play.
Laufer with the carry, no gain on the play.
And give him
been a loss.
That's a loss of 1 back to the 46.
Howell back in the backfield now. He's walked back out on the field. This is your short yard. That is your short yardage back.
Absolutely. Colton Short going out wide left, now being signaled to go back to the right side. 3rd and 2, 3:35 to play, third quarter. Paintsville by 15, 29-14. Twin receivers to the right. Helton gets under center on the audible. Now in the I formation, under center. Turns, gives it to Howell, the big man, across the 50, across the 45, taken down across the Floyd Central 40 to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 18 yards by Brody Howell.
It's a simple fullback dive right there as they audibled into the straight I, and they're going back to it again.
Howell over the century mark. Has a fumble on the snap by Helton, picks it up and gets about 2 yards out of it to the 35-yard line. A broken play. Floyd Central around the football, but Helton picked it up and was able to dive forward for a pickup of 2. They're going to give him 3 yards on the play. And
we got a Floyd Central player
Floyd
shaking
Central
up.
player cramping on the field. This timeout on the field brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. I think you're starting to see one of the things Coach Hoskins said when I talked to him earlier this week is he really likes the quality of players that they have. And he mentioned specifically when you have a small school, he mentioned Class 1A and even a lot of 2A schools for that matter. The issue you run into is the quality of the depth. Some positions are deeper than others, and when you have a couple cramps, fortunately we didn't have anybody ejected earlier. There was kind of some heated emotions, but you're starting to see some fatigue in a game like this where you're on the field a lot, especially here in the second half. The defense has been out there a lot, that defensive front. You may kind of see that depth that he's a little concerned about maybe coming to play as we wrap out the next 14, 15 minutes of game action here in Paintsville.
You know, you hate to say it, but, you know, how well conditioned are your athletes or your team in general that you can ride them out for longer periods of time when you don't have the depth sometimes, or you're still developing the depth as you've got younger players coming in.
Elijah Little was the player who was being tended to for Floyd Central. He jogged off under his own power, and then we will reconvene the action. 2nd and 7, just under 3 minutes to play. 35-yard line of Floyd Central, the Paintsville offense back on the field. Anderson Lawfer behind Parker Helton in the backfield. Trips receivers to the right. Lawfer in motion. Gets the swing pass from Helton. Met at the 45, sidesteps, he gets across the 30. A pickup of about 7, but there is laundry in the vicinity of holding on the outside. Officially a gain of 6, but we will see what the flag is for. Now, I'm going to bet it's going to be holding because it is going to be holding on Paintsville.
You called it. In the area.
So we'll walk it off from the previous spot. It's going to go from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and from the spot of the foul.
From the spot of the foul.
2nd and
yards.
15. So they're going to say that the infraction occurred a couple of yards downfield.
Well, that's a legal block in the back. The official call.
And I think now they're conferring to make sure that the spot or the mark off after the penalty is correct. It was at the 35-yard line. The penalty is going to now be marked off at the Paintsville. Oh, they were right. Y'all were right the first time.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're going back even further. So it's going to be 2nd and 17.
Van Leer maybe.
From the Floyd Central 45. So it is a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 17, Paintsville. Trips out to the right, Helton and Lawfer in the backfield. Helton takes the snap, turns, gives it to Lawfer on the right side. Met in the backfield by Curry, but shakes him, gets back to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be it. A gain of 0 on the play. And Curry
cramping.
Comes up cramping in the backfield. So another minor stoppage in play as he's being helped out by Austin Mead. Not the first time it's happened tonight. Probably won't be the last.
No, definitely not.
29-14. Paintsville with the 15-point lead here late in the third quarter on the VHBWlaw.com scoreboard. Still in the second quarter in Prestonsburg, 48-33, and Kane Patton looked like he was going to have a 100-yard pick six, and the play gets blown dead.
I think the rule, if I'm not mistaken, is you intercept it in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. You can't run it back. Now
I don't like that rule, if that's the rule.
No. Well, I'll tell you what, I watched that happen live one time up at South Floyd and Paintsville playing, and South Floyd intercepts the ball in the end zone, returns it for the touchdown, got to come back, go 80 yards again.
I wonder how many players actually know that that's the rule.
Now, unless something's changed, that's been a little while back, but that used to be a rule.
There's now multiple
If
Jaguars.
somebody could give me some confirmation on how right or wrong I am on that, I would have greatly appreciated it.
There's now multiple Jaguars being tended to. Ethan Curry down on the near sideline closest to us. Damian Cotton on the further hash mark. And, boy, Curry is in some kind of pain with his cramp. It might be both legs for him.
Yeah. He is, Curry has been out there almost every play tonight. He's been on offense, defense, and you haven't seen him take many breaks. So it's very understandable if he is cramping in both legs.
So at least for this third and long play, Curry and Damian Cotton will have to sit out for Floyd Central.
Well, Cotton might have just done it while this timeout was going, and he still could be in.
No, you're right. The play was stopped because of Curry cramping initially. We're still 2:07 away from fourth quarter action. And this is a big play for Floyd Central. You've got Paintsville pinned deep in your territory at the 45-yard line. Unless you give up 12, 13 yards, Paintsville's going to be kind of forced to maybe punt it away and pin you deep, and that's a lot better than allowing them to convert a first down near the 25, 30-yard line.
Yeah, at the most right here. Well, even if Paintsville picks up 5 to 6 yards, they might consider it just good enough and have enough faith in their defense the way it's been playing this second half to go ahead and go for it and use that as a punt in itself and force Floyd Central to stop them.
We'll go ahead and take a 60-second break. Paintsville on top of Floyd Central, 29-14, 2:07 to play, third quarter on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Jonna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Floyd Central's Ethan Curry just now being helped up and across the field, and he was in some visible discomfort having his cramps tended to, Byron, and limping with a pretty bad limp on that right leg that was cramping up pretty bad.
Well, we could hear him when we took our headsets off during that timeout. You could hear him. As soon as he started to move it, he thought it was getting all right, and then all of a sudden it just clenched back up, and that is the worst feeling. Just because you watch him, he's walking stiff-legged, like his leg is almost stiff because you can't flex your toes, get down there to your toes and flex it the way you want to, and it's just very, very miserable.
Teams back out on the field. 2:07 to play, third quarter. Paintsville, 3rd and 17 from the Floyd Central 45. Trips wide to the right. Lawfer in motion in the backfield behind Helton. Swing pass to Lawfer. The halfback pass deep downfield. Throws it way over the head of the intended Colton Short. Lawfer channeling his baseball ability on that particular throw.
That might be a gift right there to Floyd Central, because now you almost look at it. If I was Paintsville, I would think Paintsville would punt in this situation, unless they just got that much faith in their defense the way they've been playing this half.
It would have taken a good throw, but Short did have a couple of steps on the Floyd Central defense. And with 4th and 17 on the Floyd Central 45 near midfield, it looks like Paintsville is going to punt the football away.
Well, you got Howell and Lawfer back there. Lawfer as the punter. So the fake is not out of the question.
Lawfer boots it away. It's along the sideline, and it's not going to be a great punt. I don't think he'd garner any points on the old Madden coffin corner activity.
No, looks like they're going to mark it out around the 29 or 30.
So that's about a net of about 15, 16 yards. So not a great punt for Paintsville. You don't flip the field a ton. A minute 50 to play, third quarter. Floyd Central takes over officially at its own 30-yard line. And now nearing the end of the third period, Byron, you're down 2 possessions. This is a crucial drive for this Jaguar offense. You don't have to score quick, but you do need points.
You've got to have points. The quicker, the better. Honestly, I'd like to see them take a shot down the field here to Buck or Cotton.
Buck and Meade on the right side. Cotton and Little on the left. Mays drops back deep. Open pocket. Now it's collapsing, and Mays is going to be brought down in the backfield for a sack. And that's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play, back to the 24-yard line.
Well, I like the play call. You're looking downfield, but at the same time, you've got to be able to know when the pocket's collapsing to get out there and not lose that kind of yardage.
You only have a handful of seconds, and that's probably going to come with just the experience and the maturity. He hasn't played a whole lot in these high-leverage situations, and it was a clean pocket. It collapsed a little quicker than I think he was hoping for and got taken down for a 6-yard loss.
Well, I mean, you know, when stuff like that happens, he had plenty of time to set back there. You've got to look at the Paintsville secondary and the way they covered the receivers, that he didn't feel comfortable enough to throw it into a situation and possibly deal with an interception. So the secondary, Paintsville secondary, caused that more than the offensive line breaking down.
Paintsville player now being tended to with a cramp. And when play resumes, Floyd Central facing a 2nd and 16 from their own 24-yard line. Down 15, the Jaguars did have to burn a timeout earlier this quarter. Not sure how much of a factor that will be as this game plays out over the next quarter plus.
Got to start hydrating earlier in the week if you're these kids.
Well, it's an odd, cool night from what we've been used to the last couple of months.
Well, still though, you're
that drastic
getting
change
out here. You gotta keep fluids in you, keep hydrated, and it really starts earlier in the week with drinking plenty of water, Gatorade, and supplying yourself, hydrating yourself.
Both teams back out on the field. Jackson Farrer was the one cramping for Paintsville, that of the fumble touchdown. Floyd Central splits both ways. Cotton in motion. Mays, pocket collapsing, rolls to his left, keeps the football, does him, crosses the 25, gets across the 30, does Mays, crossing the original line of scrimmage down to the 32-yard line.
An impressive run by Mays, and then I don't know if you're the Floyd Central coaching staff that you really like him sacrificing his body in the air like that, but as a competitor, you love to see that kind of fire and determination launch yourself to try to get that extra yard or two.
A gain of 8 on the play brings up a much more manageable 3rd and 9 from the 32-yard line. Clock under 30 seconds here in the third quarter. Big third down play for the Floyd Central offense. 2 receivers each way. Evans in the backfield with Mays. Takes the snap and shotgun, drops back, looking to the left side. Tucks it, runs, throws on the run to the right side. Caught at the 45-yard line by Austin Mead for a first down. Floyd Central on the pickup of 14.
Pass is completed.
Good vision right there by Mays as he broke out of the pocket and kept his eyes down the field to locate Mead and made a good throw on the run there.
And that will take us to the fourth quarter. Floyd Central driving near midfield, down 2 scores to Paintsville. Tigers on top of the Jaguars, 29-14. It's high school football back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
29-14, Paintsville on top of Floyd Central as we flip field to start this fourth quarter. Jaguars now moving left to right. Cash Montgomery is watching from Allen. He asked me all day, Dad, can I stay up till you get home? Buddy, if you can make it till I get home.
There you go.
We talked about you earlier. I told him I'd say his name a couple times, and I know now that he is officially watching. So Cash, Carter.
Got Miles Holbrook checking into the game late here for Floyd Central.
1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Curry in the backfield with Mays. Mays drops back on the snap. Pressure, avoids it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, gets across midfield, still on his feet, tripped up at the 46-yard line of Paintsville. That's a gain of 9 for Keatron Mays, and you're really starting to see his athleticism and his strength on display here tonight.
He's got the moves. you see the elusiveness.
He's got that mindset that we've seen a lot of times from a lot of quarterbacks, and it's both a blessing and a crutch where you're just trying to keep the play alive. You're trying to keep it going, keep the ball in play. It beat him earlier on the fumble that was returned for a touchdown, but he has done a lot tonight in keeping plays alive and getting positive yardage. Officially a pickup of 8, they'll say. 2nd and 2 from the 47 of Paintsville. Buck in motion. Curry gets the handoff in the backfield, sweeping left, gets across the first down marker at the 45, tripped up. They're going to say tripped up at the 45. It will be a first down for the Jaguars, and we'll move the chains. Well, one official said the 44, and nope, first down.
I will say, I think he got there.
Another Jaguar first down as the clock continues to run. You need 2 scores if you're Floyd Central, so scoring this drive is a good start, but you've also got to get a stop defensively.
Well, you're about 4 minutes into this drive now, or approaching 4 minutes if you haven't been there. So you got to maybe start picking up the urgency just a little bit.
Holbrook and Buck wide to the right, Cotton to the left. Curry and Evans in the backfield with Mays. Takes the shotgun snap, gives it to Evans, the second man. Busts through a big hole. Right side Evans across the 35. Still on his feet near the 30. Tripped up and taken down at the 33-yard line of Paintsville. A 12-yard pickup for Bailey Evans.
I'll tell you what, Evans has been a pleasant surprise here tonight for Floyd Central.
Now up to 90 yards on 14 carries for Bailey Evans, the team's leading returning rusher from last year. Of course, you lose Colt Shelton, who got moved to that quarterback position when Jace Martin went down with his injury at Powell County. Shelton did a lot of everything for this offense, and now you've got some guys who are expected to step in and play some big roles. Evans, one of them. Shotgun snap. Evans, another handoff. Gets it across the line of scrimmage near the 30. We'll see where the spot is. It's going to be at the 30. A gain of 3 for Evans. Brings up 2nd and 7 from the Paintsville 30-yard line. Clock continuing to roll, and now you're battling the defense and the clock as you need 2 scores approaching 9 minutes on the Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward scoreboard.
Well, points are the important thing right now. You got to get the points, then you worry about the time, because you got 3 timeouts. We got 2 timeouts. Excuse me. They've got 2 timeouts still to stop the clock if needed. So got some opportunities still.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mays rolling right, now looks left across the middle and threw it at the feet of Cotton. Not a big window to throw through downfield. Pass incomplete. Lawfer was kind of manning center field.
Yeah.
Also on coverage was short of Paintsville. Yeah. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, had the crossing route right there. I think Cotton had a step on his defender, but if he throws that, you run the risk of Lawfer stepping in and intercepting it, similar to Buck did, and returning it. So at the feet right there, not a bad play. He protected his receiver and protected the ball with it.
You're in 4-down territory, down 15 with 8:50 to play. 3rd and 7 from the 30. 2 receivers to the left. Elijah Little in motion to the left. Evans to the right hip of Mays. Drops back, looking across the middle. Fires, pass deflected up in the air and incomplete. Austin Meade turned defensive back on that one after the ball was tipped and had to guard Lawfer and Howell from coming away with that interception. Brings up a 4th and 7 for Floyd Central.
Almost right. And this is going to come with time and just more reps that Mays sees. But looked like he had some receivers to the left of that play. As you can kind of tell, he focused in on me the whole way right there.
This might not be the game at the 8:44 mark, but it's a big, big play. You need at least 7 to keep the drive alive, staring a 2-score deficit in the face at the Paintsville 30. 4th and 7. Mays drops back, looking left. Pressure coming, avoids it, tucks it, scrambles, and he's hit and popped at the 28-yard line. And another turnover on downs for the Jaguars. Mays slow to get up. And Mays is still down on the ground. He got hit hard.
I don't think the hit is what got him, but I don't want to speculate either.
I'm sure with the temperature and the moisture, the field, my papers are getting wet on the table just from the moisture in the air, and he looked like he kind of lost his footing before he got hit, and coaches from both staffs are tending to him at around the 30-yard line.
Mays does have a history of his knees, sometimes just popping out of place for whatever reason. Maybe that happened. I don't know. But, but if that's something, he's dealt with that before. It'll go back. And we've seen that happen to him a few times last year as well. And then he was able to come back very easily. So you hope it's something, obviously, anytime any kid goes down, you hope it's nothing serious. Hopefully it's just a cramp or something of that nature.
And that was a nice job by Paintsville's Braxton Collier. He was the one that made the hit on Mays, and he immediately saw that Mays was
down.
shaken up and immediately motioned to the coaching staff, not in an emergency type manner, but just to let them know that he was not going to get up immediately. And coaches are tending to him now again at the 30. It will be Paintsville football. 8:38 to play in the fourth quarter. Tigers up 29-14. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Back in a minute on FM 100 Sports.
Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injuries. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward. Injuries are not only a part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wrecks, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case and ensure your future. Find us at vhbw.com, Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward, next to Tudors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Back-to-school season is here, and Parkview Pharmacy is ready to help you and your family start the year healthy and strong. I'm pharmacist Valerie Akers. From keeping their little hands clean with their top-of-the-line hand sanitizers to vitamins that boost immune systems and improve energy and focus, tips from improving mental wellness or products to keep colds away. Our friendly staff is here for you every step of the way. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy today because healthy kids make for a happy classroom. Parkview Pharmacy, a dose of care in every prescription.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
While you're doing whatever it is you do, we're testing, retesting, engineering, and re-engineering to keep up with you. We run together.
Is your unit down? Not working like it should? Don't put off repairs to your HVAC system. Call the professionals at Elliott Heating and Cooling, 606-437-7368. One call and your worries are gone. Elliott Heating and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train. Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
29-14, Paintsville takes over at its own 30-yard line. 8:38 to play on the Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward scoreboard. We're not going to speculate to what the injury might be, but Keatron Mays was carried off the field by his dad in what looked to be a non-contact injury, which is not what you want to see. Meanwhile, Lawfer takes the handoff up the middle, bounces it to the outside on the left side. Out runs the Floyd Central defense, and Lawfer is going to take it to the house for a Tiger touchdown. And whatever wind was left in the sail before or after that Mays injury, it's all but gone now as Lawfer goes 70 yards to the house for the McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. Over 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
You know, you seen Lawfer, he broke a bunch of arm tackles in the backfield at the line of scrimmage, and then it was just off to the races after that.
70 yards to the house for Anderson Lawfer. That's 9 carries, 118 yards on the night for Lawfer. He joins Howell in over the 100-yard mark on the ground.
We got Deborah Triplet Pennington watching from West Virginia tonight.
Hey-o. Point after is good for Carson Montgomery. Makes it 36-14 Paintsville. 8:24 to play in the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
School's in session, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless. Right now, get an iPhone 14 for just 1 penny. Yes, that's just 1 penny. When you trade in any eligible device or sign up today for an unlimited or mix-and-match plan with a 2-year agreement, it's the perfect way to head back to school with the latest tech without breaking the bank. Hurry, this offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Knock the dust off some 90s country with David Lee Murphy. One of Nashville's most celebrated songwriters, David Lee Murphy. Friday, September 26th, Mountain Arts Center, Prestonsburg. Tickets on sale now at MacArts.com or by calling the People's Bank Box Office at 1-888-MAC-ARTS.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
70-yard touchdown run by Anderson Laufer gives Paintsville a 36-14 lead. That is 28 unanswered points by the Tigers since Wesley Buck's 65-yard pick six back in the second quarter. Floyd Central went up 14-8. Since then, it's been all Paintsville. Keatron Mays continuing to be tended to on the far sideline of Floyd Central. His left leg is what they're looking at. Carson Montgomery has the ball on the tee for Paintsville at his own 40. Buck and Cotton back to receive for the Jaguars, standing inside their own 25-yard line. Montgomery approaches the ball, puts toe to leather. Squib kick fielded at the 40, dropped by Little, but he pounces back on it at the 40-yard line, and that is where Floyd Central will take over with 8:22 to play here in the fourth quarter.
I guess the question now is, Little your quarterback?
I would think so. He was quarterback 2 on the information that I obtained from Hoskins earlier this week. And, he was thought to be in the mix last year coming into the season and really emerged as a solid tight end in the passing game. Did Little, of course, a couple of years ago, suffered an injury and couldn't play at all as a freshman. Now a junior for Coach Hoskins. Cotton goes wide out to the right. Buck and Meade to the left. Jaguars moving left to right.
I've seen a lot of balls go Buck's way tonight.
There's not been many. He's got 2 catches for 34 yards. Little botched play, keeps it on the keeper, gets across the 45, lowers his shoulder, and gets it all the way out to the 48-yard line for a pickup of 8.
Stopped by number 1, Laufer.
Yeah, Buck only 2 catches for 34 yards. Curry has 3 catches for 24. He's the high reception man, is Ethan Curry. Cotton 2 catches for 41. Buck, of course, though, does have those 2 interceptions and that pick 6. And that is the last time the Jaguars saw the end zone. 2nd and 2 from the 48-yard line of Floyd Central, approaching the 7:30 mark on the Vanover Hall Bartley and Ward scoreboard. Meade and Buck out wide to the left, Cotton to the right. Curry in the backfield off the tackle's hip. Evans in the backfield with Little. Little drops back to pass, swings it out to the left to Evans, and Evans got a fingertip on it, but it's going to fall incomplete. Ball a little bit behind Evans, primarily because there was a Paintsville defender.
I will say, if that ball goes forward, Evans, that's either a pick 6 or Evans is going to get lit up right there.
I don't know that it was intentional, but Little probably did Evans a solid by throwing that ball behind him.
Yes, the Paintsville defender was going to be right there. Ball and defender was going to get there at the same time if that ball goes forward.
3rd and 2 from the Floyd Central 48. Definitely 4-down territory here for the Jaguars if they cannot convert. Little in shotgun, Evans on his hip, 2 receivers wide to the right, Cotton to the left, another low snap. Little picks it up, gets the first down across the 50, down at the 48-yard line of Paintsville on the gain of 4. Boy, that's
2 times this drive.
3 plays with Little at quarterback, and twice that the snap has
bounced.
Less than perfect. And timeout on the field called by Paintsville. This timeout on the field brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacists Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. First time out taken this half by Coach Brian Melvin of Paintsville. They enjoy a 22-point lead, 36-14, 7:12 to play. Not to turn the page
just yet
too quick, but the Jaguars will have their home opener next week when they welcome in the Hornets of Magoffin County. Magoffin headed by John DeRossett, who has a little bit of history against the Jaguars when he was head coach of Prestonsburg. That'll be the Jaguars home opener here in 2025 next week. We will be there to bring you the Jaguars and Hornets. 1st and 10, Floyd Central from the Paintsville 48-yard line. Trips to the left, Cotton the lone receiver to the right. Evans and Little in the backfield and shotgun. Little with the snap. It's a good snap. Steps up, throws it deep down the left side. It's batted away by Colton Short. Buck was open for a moment. Ball a little bit underthrown. Nice job, though, by Short to close and get the deflection. I thought it might be picked off, but Short went the safe route and got the pass breakup instead, bringing up 2nd and 10.
That kind of comes back to one of those things, Little not played a lot of quarterback on that deep pass right there. He's better off to drive that ball and not hang it up in the air so much, as Buck had to stop his route. You've got some speed between Cotton and Buck. Throw that ball out there and give them a chance to run it down.
2nd and 10, Little takes a snap, lets it fly. Buck open on the left sideline, dropped it. He had to leave his feet. I don't know that he had to leave his feet, but he did leave his feet.
He jumped.
Parker Hilton was there to try to lay the hit. Buck avoided the hit, but in the event of trying to avoid getting lit up, might have lost a little bit of focus and dropped the football, bringing up 3rd and 10 from the 48.
Well, that's kind of an uneasy feeling when you go up and your feet come out from under you. I can't say how much blame him holding him. Don't begrudge him for not holding on to it.
No, Lord, no, not at all, not at all. It was a well-placed ball by Little. Buck trying to do himself a favor and not absorb what would have been a pretty good hit by Parker Hilton. 3rd and 10 from the 48, 7 minutes to go. Little slaps his hands, gets the snap. It's a good snap, drops back, straight drop back, and is lit up at the 45-yard line by Briston Green. It is a penalty against Floyd Central as Briston Green lit up Elijah Little in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 7 and bring up 4th and long. I thought they might get him helmet to helmet because he hit the face mask of Little. And that's going to be a loss of 10, not 7. So taking back a few more yards. At the conclusion of this game, we will wrap it up and then join the Reds and Diamondbacks in progress from out in Phoenix, Arizona.
Where the Diamondbacks traded everybody and have a 1-run lead right now.
Yeah, your reaction. Let me know how the game was going before I even looked.
It's just 1-0. So. in the first inning.
Little 4th and 16, drops back, looking deep, rolls to his left, decides to run with it, and he picks up 3, but well short of the first down. And yet another turnover on downs for the Jaguars.
Well, at this point, you have to go for it. So, and Paintsville realizes it. They are dropping defenders back with pressure up front, and they were giving Floyd Central anything short in the middle to pick up 5 to 10 yards, and then they were going to have the defense collapse on them.
So Paintsville takes over with 6:15 to play at the Floyd Central 46-yard line, 1st and 10 on the Vanover Hall, Bartley and Ward scoreboard. Paintsville will be at a neutral site next Friday night, taking on Bath County in the Clark County Hall of Fame Bowl at George Rogers Clark. Update from Prestonsburg, the Black Cats 54, Betsy Lane 33. And that game was close for a long time, and Prestonsburg decided to just open it up. Illegal motion against Paintsville will take them back 5 yards across the 50 to the Paintsville 49 for 1st and 15.
Yeah, Prestonsburg had a few things to answer as well, mainly from the running back position. We knew they had some nice complementary players, and getting everybody into the flow down there, Prestonsburg might be a runaway train here this year.
Listen, we saw Bryce Holbrook really come along at the quarterback position last year, and I was talking to assistant coach John Mark Stevens a couple of weeks ago, and he said, Alex Johnson's the guy we were missing at quarterback. Holbrook has kind of adjusted to a different skill position at wideout and defensive back. Timeout called by Paintsville. This timeout on the field brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Go see pharmacists Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner and their staff. They'll always take time out to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care. Visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. And we talked about Johnson and what he did last year here with Paintsville, now playing with Prestonsburg. And you add him to that roster on offense of Hatfield and Patton and Holbrook and those guys, and there's weapons galore. They're going to miss a little bit Harris and Elliott. I mean, you're not going to lose those guys and not miss them. But Coach Stevens was adamant that said, listen, Johnson is the kind of guy at that quarterback position, no disrespect to Holbrook, that we kind of need to kind of take that next step. And, I mean, last year was a region final appearance. There's not many steps beyond that.
They're about 3.
Black Cats pulling away from Betsy Lane down the road in Floyd County, and next week they'll be back at home with Prestonsburg as they host Hazard Bulldogs.
Oh, is that I thought they're Pike County Bowl next week.
Now I'm second guessing myself. Paintsville 1st and 15. Handoff is going to go from Helton as he gives it to the first man through.
One memento.
That is Lucas Stewart out of the running back position. His first carry of the night.
Carry, gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 13, just across midfield, under 6 minutes to play. 2-minute motion for Paintsville. Helton takes the shotgun snap, gives it off to Stewart around the left side. Nice seal-off block by Howell. There's a flag on the play as Stewart gets down to the 35. It's a first down on the carry.
That's going to be a hold. It's coming back.
But the ball will come back. So negate the pickup of 19 yards. No, excuse me, 14 yards for Stewart.
Prestonsburg will play Shelby Valley in the Pike County Bowl on the 30th.
Okay, well, I got ahead of myself. It happens.
Well, you know.
Listen, it's been a long night.
It does happen.
I said we'd have a broadcast tonight. We do have a broadcast tonight.
We have a broadcast.
It was not looking awfully promising at about 6:30.
We're still working our kinks out as well.
Listen, it wouldn't. What would it be if it wasn't some close calls? First broadcast of the year.
Yeah, everybody's getting into the rhythm.
2nd and 19 from the Tiger 45-yard line, approaching the 5-minute mark. Paintsville with the football up 36-14. Handoff turns, gives it to Stewart. He's going to get it up to midfield at the 50, a pickup of 5 before brought down by
number 2, Lucas Stewart with a carry.
Floyd Central.
5 on the play.
And if nothing else, the speakers here at Paintsville, they work
very
fine.
well.
Just fine.
We're right beside them, too.
You should have heard them earlier when they first turned them on.
Oh, I did.
Oh, from McDonald's. 3rd and 14 at the 50.
I heard it from Hager Hill.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Peach and I were just chilling down here, and then boom. High snap for Helton. Tosses it back to Lawfer in the backfield, and he's not going to go much of anywhere. Shoved out of bounds around the 50. They might give him a pickup of 1. Nope. So he got back to the line of scrimmage.
When in doubt, throw it to Lawfer.
It's not a bad plan.
It's worked out pretty well tonight.
Unofficially 118 yards for Lawfer on 10 carries.
And
you do the math, that's about 11 and a half yards a carry.
Not to mention a 70-yard kickoff return?
70-yard run. And a 70-yard kickoff return. So he's got 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah.
Paintsville also has a fumble return for a touchdown. They also have a 29-yard rush. 4th and 14 at the 50. Clock under 4 minutes and rolling. Lawfer back to punt. He will punt it from his own 42, a high punt. Cotton comes over, calls fair catch at the 23, and that is where Floyd Central will take over on offense.
Number 13, Damian Cotton.
Well, right here, if you're Floyd Central, you're going to take these last 3.5 minutes, and you're going to try to run your offense, continue to work on your offense right here, and try to punch it in if you can. As a good opportunity here.
Starting quarterback Keatron Mays, unless you're joining us late or you tuned in trying to find the Reds at Diamondbacks, he's still sitting on the far sideline away from the bench. His left knee is heavily wrapped up. Still no official word as to what happened. He did kind of lose his footing. It was a non-contact injury earlier this quarter. It had to go out, replaced by Elijah Little. 3 receivers to the left of Little, out wide to the left. 1 out to the right is Cotton. Evans in the backfield. Buck in motion. Little turns, gives it to Bailey Evans, who's had a really good night tonight. He gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 25. Tripped up and brought down at the 28-yard line. That's a pickup of 5 for Evans, and he's up to 98 yards, approaching that century mark on the night for one Bailey Evans. They're going to give him the 29-yard line, so let's add him a yard to the total and give him 99. 3:05 to play. 36-14. Paintsville 28 unanswered points to grab a 22-point lead. They trailed 14-8 after a Wesley Buck pick 6, and since that point, it's been all Tigers.
Said the blue wave hit.
Bunch formation to the right. All 5 receivers lined up to the right. Little, screen pass to Cotton, catches at the 25, gets a couple of blocks on the right side, picks up the first down, pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 11, but there is some laundry in the backfield in the vicinity of a hole.
Of course there are.
Also in on the play, number 16, Brody Howe. There is a penalty marker on the field.
And the flag is thrown. The line of scrimmage was the 29.
They're saying false start, looks like.
Illegal motion. There was some confusion before the snap. I wonder if maybe all players didn't get set before the snap, so they're going to mark off 5 yards. Back to the original line of scrimmage, so now 2nd and 10 from the 24. We'll say 2nd and 9, I guess.
All these illegal motions, false starts, these are things that can get cleaned up fairly easily.
Yeah, we were talking during the break a little bit ago, and a lot of the penalties, a lot of the things that you're going to kind of circle and point to as potential building blocks can really be chalked up to just not having played this much, not having your role expanded to what it currently is. And there are things that are fixable. That's the good thing if you're Floyd Central. There are things that can be fixed as you move into next week and beyond. Approaching 2 minutes in the 4th quarter. Paintsville 36, Floyd Central 14 on the Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward scoreboard. 2nd and 9 from their own 24-yard line. 5 receivers set up wide to the left. Lone backfield for Little. Takes the snap. It's going to be a QB keeper. Makes one-man miss at the 25. Sidesteps, tried to sidestep Stewart across the 30. Little's going to get up near the first down marker. They're going to give him a first down. Pickup of 9 and a first down for Elijah Little.
Look here, if Mays is able to come back next week, Little might be an option in the backfield.
And now they're going to say 3rd and 1 after the white hat was pretty emphatic about giving a first down.
No, now they're pointing.
Yeah, now he's giving a first down.
They're pointing.
And you know what? Listen, we understand.
It's the first week.
It's the first week.
We are sympathetic to you.
Absolutely. 1 minute, 4 seconds to play in this one. We'll take a short break at the conclusion, wrap it up, and then get you out to Arizona for Reds and Diamondbacks.
Where that questionable trade of Key Brown Hayes is paying off.
Oh.
RBI double.
Hey-o. Timeout on the field called by Floyd Central. That timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacist Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Do the Reds make the playoffs? No caveats, no buts, just do they make it?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
It's just, I don't know. It's something about them. I don't know if it's false hope that we haven't been in a pennant race with them, and
you know who's going to spark it. You know who's going to be the spark plug. Sal Stewart, write it down. Rosters expand after next weekend.
Well,
he's been tearing it up all season long in the minor leagues.
Well,
we got to meet him.
We did.
We gave him what he needed.
We also met Chase Burns and Emilio Pagan.
It's true. And Cam Collier. Sweep to the left side. Jet sweep to Damian Cotton. Picks up 4 yards across the 35. Going to bring up 2nd and short.
You say Sal Stewart. I'm saying the guy that he's already doing it, Key Brown Hayes.
And Floyd Central will not have to run another play. The Brian Melvin era in Paintsville.
They're going to run it.
They're going to run another play. Oh, now. Whoa, now.
Chuck it deep.
I don't know if Melvin liked that very much, but. And all of that for a illegal motion against Floyd Central. And now the game is officially over. And now the Brian Melvin era in Paintsville is off to a 1-0 start. 36-14 your final score. Paintsville on top of Floyd Central. The Tigers score 28 unanswered points to knock off the Jaguars in week 0 of this 2025 football season. We will take a 3-minute break and come back and wrap it up. Again, Paintsville 36, Floyd Central 14 on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Football can be a rush. Unfortunately, playing football can also result in injuries. Hi, I'm Adam Hall at Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward. Injuries are not only a part of the game, they're a part of life. Car wrecks, slip and fall, injured at work, nursing home neglect, medical malpractice. We're here to guide you through your case and ensure your future. Find us at vhbw.com. Vanover Hall, Bartley, and Ward, next to Tutors in Pikeville, and come to our new location in Paintsville.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, B.D. Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Joanna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
What looked like a promising start for Floyd Central quickly evaporated and ended up being a blue wave, as Byron put it, in the second half, as Paintsville routs the Jags 36-14 in the Brian Melvin debut for the Tigers as they start 1-0. The Jaguars start the year 0-1. Well, here's how it happened. In the first quarter, Paintsville got on the board quickly after a Floyd Central turnover on downs. Brody Howell ran the ball 29 yards for a touchdown. He then converted the two-point conversion. It was 8-0 Tigers with 8:48 to play in the first. It remained 8-0 until the 10-minute mark in the second quarter when Ethan Curry capped off a drive following a Wesley Buck interception with a 1-yard touchdown. Failed two-point conversion. Jaguars trailed 8-6. A couple of minutes later at the 6:09 mark, Buck got his second interception of the game. This time he returned it 65 yards to the house. Curry tacked on the two-point conversion, and the Jaguars were sitting pretty, looking good at 14-8. Unfortunately, that's the last time they would score. Paintsville scored just moments later on the ensuing kickoff. Anderson Lawfer took the lateral from Colton Short, ran 72 yards to the house, got the two-point conversion on a passing play. Paintsville took a 16-14 lead into the locker room. And that was big because Paintsville got the ball to start the third quarter. Anderson Lawfer capped off a 2-minute drive with a 1-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the night. Failed two-point conversion. Paintsville led 22-14. Just 2 minutes later, big man Jackson Farrer picked up the Keatron Mays fumble, rumbled 44 yards for the touchdown. Carson Montgomery got the point after to make it 29-14. And then in the fourth quarter, Anderson Lawfer again, following the Keatron Mays injury, whatever wind was left in the Floyd Central sails at that point was quickly taken away. Lawfer went 70 yards for the touchdown. His third touchdown of the game made it 35-14, the point after making it 36-14, and that would be your final score. All of that to say, Byron, I think our player of the game tonight is probably a pretty easy choice.
I mean, I think it's unanimous decision here. We'll go ahead and say Peach agrees with us, but I think it's got to be Anderson Lawfer tonight.
He had an interception on defense, unofficially 10 carries, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 catches for 21 yards, and a kickoff return for a touchdown as well. Paintsville's Anderson Lawfer, our player of the game. Real quickly before we join the Reds in progress, there are some things to take away from Floyd Central tonight. Bailey Evans, a really good game. Keatron Mays looked really good at the quarterback position. We do not know the extent of his injury, how much that will affect him moving forward. They have their home opener next week. But there are some positives to take away. The negatives are fixable. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. We may see a lot of the same thing the first couple weeks of the season. But overall, if you're a fan of Floyd Central, I would think there is a lot. You saw a lot tonight to be excited about moving forward.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've seen the offense show signs of life. You mentioned Evans having a really good night. The passing game looked good. The short, quick passes looked really good for Floyd Central. And, you know, the defense at times, you mentioned Buck with 2 interceptions tonight. And after the big run by Hal early, you've seen Floyd Central kind of focus in, take him away, and then Floyd Central either got a little winded, focused too much on making sure Hal didn't hurt him no more, and forgot about Lawfers. He got the edge most of the time. When he got his big yardage, he got the edge, and you see a lot of arm tackles, and but that'll be something I'm sure that when Floyd Central goes and watches film this week, that's going to be something that'll be discussed, is getting angles and trying to wrap up with your body and not just settling for those arm tackles if you can get in there.
Again, your final score here tonight, Paintsville improves to 1-0. Floyd Central falls to 0-1 after the 36-14 Tiger win over the Jaguars. One final update from Prestonsburg late in the third quarter. Still a ways to go in that one. The Prestonsburg Black Cats lead Betsy Lane 62-39 in what I'm sure is a highly contested football game at Josh Francis Field. High school football tonight and all season long, presented by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Also brought to you all season long by the Mountain Arts Center, Elliott Heating and Cooling, Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Parkview Pharmacy, Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk Douglas Ray Hall, Howard Family Pharmacy, Martin Dentistry, MacDowell Professional Pharmacy, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent John Greer Hunt, Hesterberg Law Firm, Jaded Rain Printing and Graphics, Stonecrest Top Tracer Golf, Crace Solid Rock Development, and Vanover Hall Bartley and Ward Attorneys at Law. For Josh Peach Page, high above the press box on camera, who's got the cords already wrapped up, ready just to climb on down the ladder, tripod and camera in tow. For Byron Hall, for Jonah P. back at the studio in Martin, making sure things run smoothly. I am Josh McKinney. Again, Paintsville 36, Floyd Central 14. Until next week from Eastern, the Jaguars home opener against Magoffin County. So long from Johnson County.